Alrighty, I think we're good now. What's up? How is everybody doing today? Thank you so much for stopping by the stream. First stream that I've done, I think, since I got back from LA. I've been live. I was live over on Abaddon's channel, and then I did a chat live over on Not Another Game Collector's channel after E3, but this is the first time I've actually streamed a game, I think, since I got back, and I gotta tell you, it's good to be back. Very good. Not because I didn't like LA. LA was amazing, E3 was amazing, but it's definitely nice to be, you know, just back home, right? Especially where it's not a bajillion degrees quite yet, although, you know, Columbus can get hot. Morrow, thank you so much for joining. Also, for Beck, although I think she may have ducked out to watch from the train. Yeah, not a bad day. A lot of cooking, honestly, no occasion whatsoever, just to cook, but been replaying Yakuza 0. Ugh, another game rotting on my backlog, it kills me. I've been pretty good. I got that first E3 video done and put that up today. And then I've got 2 or 3 more E3 videos. I think my plan for that is I'm going to do a video about the gear. I took too much gear to E3, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. And then I'm going to do like a filming tips for E3 if you make the journey out there. And then next Wednesday will be the last E3 video I make, and that's going to be the E3 experience. So basically, it may even end up being like a mini documentary of sorts, maybe 15, 20 minutes long, maybe a little bit longer, but not too much longer. Basically just talk about the entirety of the E3 experience for somebody who's never done it before. So if like, you know, if you were curious about what it's like to take that trip out to LA and, you know, what you need to know about actually getting into E3 and all the restrictions and all the things you should see or the efficient way to do things, I think that's what that video is going to be. Oh, Kawhi is still here. Yes, and the hot dogs, Sam. The hot dogs will absolutely be a very special part of that video, because good lord, those are the best hot dogs I've ever had, just about. I love how you don't post your E3 vids ASAP, just mellow and break it into parts. Yeah, and that's the thing. I mean, I could have tried to rush them out, I guess, but my thing was, I knew there were a few different stories to be told there, or at least, you know, different helpful videos, I guess, I could make off of that content, and I really didn't want to rush it. So when I got back that one night and I was terribly jet lagged, I think I was hanging out with you guys in Daniel's stream, maybe? That was when I was just importing 800 or 900 clips and then separating them out, like, okay, this was day 1, this was day 2, these are close-ups, these are medium shots, these are wide shots, and basically logging all that footage so I could find what I needed quickly for the videos. Because, you know, there's a lot to take into account there. Coffee, what's going on, buddy? How are you? I can never get the boost on this game. I just can't do it. I think I might actually be better at it in Sonic. And it's weird, like, if I'm being honest, I'll probably mention this in the video, next year if I go to E3, or I should say when I go to E3, I'm definitely going to go, unless, you know, I can't get, you know, tickets or something like that. I don't think I'm going to take the Switch. I mean, it was fun to play with people, like, when we had a little bit of downtime, but most of the time, it's like you're so busy running around. I think I would have preferred a more portable system, so I will probably take the BitBoy or maybe the Vita next year, since it's an infinitely more pocketable system. Adrian, what's going on, man? Adrian, Not Another Game Collector here in the chat, who is delightful. You should check out his channel as well. But he was at E3 with me and Mikkel and Chad and GamerThumb TV. Just an amazing time. I can't wait for next year. Actually, I can't wait for Southeast Game Exchange here, and hanging out with Austin too. That was a lot of fun. That's a good thing. My friend does the same thing with his Instagram pics. I like that. Just keep the hype going. Yeah. You know, I wasn't in a huge. I mean, I didn't want to wait, you know, months to put out E3 content, but you know, I could have started putting stuff out as, I suppose, as early as Friday or last week, but I was like, no, I kind of want to take my time and try to make something good. And I wasn't super happy with today's video. Like, I was mostly happy with there were some things I would have changed. Like, I didn't like some of the audio, but still. A Vita, long live the Vita. Absolutely long live the Vita. Limited Run's going to keep that thing alive for decades, it looks like. Press the jump up when you go off around. I know, Sam. I never remember. I can never do it. Bullet Bill does not care about your Goombas. Yeah, and Southeast Game Exchange is also going to be an amazing time. I'm still super nervous about it, like that video I put out. You know, I'm excited, but I'm also very nervous about the whole public speaking thing. But, you know, we'll see how it goes. And I want to make sure I got something valuable, right? Like, that's my bigger concern. Like, usually I think I can handle myself pretty well in a room full of people. You know, just in terms of my ability to speak and not stumble too badly over my own words. But I really want to make sure that I've got good content to give to people, and, you know, I don't want to just rehash the stuff I've already done. I'd like to bring something new to the table and then, you know, point people to videos on the channel if, you know, they want to do a deeper dive into certain topics. But we'll see. Well, I probably should have waited. I did not think that one through. I just completely wasted that star. I have a question. Did you forget to put Dead by Daylight on? No, I didn't forget. I didn't have it. I thought I had the game. I replied to your comment earlier, Coffee. You have a very sexy voice. That's not true, Sam, but it is making me blush, which is not the greatest accomplishment. I am a ginger, like that's kind of my natural shade, but still. You just join up on me, Pro Jake. What do you mean, how do you join? Oh, actually, you know what? My online status might be set to off. Hold on. I'll fix that. Something I totally forgot about. Yeah, because I think I had it set to stay offline when I was at E3, because I didn't want people to think I was streaming or something. Brian, what's going on, man? How goes your Wednesday? Chris B, how you doing this evening? Appreciate you stopping by. Hello, Zachary. You should be able to join now, Jagan. You know, I think I saw 1 or 2 episodes of Robot Chicken, and it was okay. I didn't fall in love with it. I'm walking and watching. That's super dangerous. Don't trip over something, Kawhi. That would be a horrible idea. Jake said he was going to stream later, but doesn't know what game. Any thoughts? That's a good question, actually. If it's not too... Well, we should do A Way Out this weekend. I keep blowing you off on that, Jake, and we should get that out of the way. I would like to finish that. Brian says, good. Got my behind handed to me a lot last night in MK... Yeah, it happens to me constantly, too. I need to spend some more time with Mortal Kombat on the Switch, because I've made way more progress on the PS4 version than the Switch version. What games are on the menu for you to stream, Jaken? Are you have Game Pass, don't you? Don't take the wrong subway back. Yes, don't take the wrong subway. That would be horrible. But what's everybody else been playing aside from Mortal Kombat? I might need to restart the game. Sure. Let me hold on. I don't think well, hold on. I'll go ahead and restart the game. In case you are correct. So bored right now. Not sure what to do when I get home. Play video games, Zachary. That's always the answer. Or, you know, attend to your real-world responsibilities, you know, then video games. But yes. Crispy says, how do you beat the boss at the end of the Necropolis mission in Doom 2016? Honestly, I don't think I could tell you. It's been so long since I've played Doom 2016, man. But I'm sure if you look on YouTube, I'm sure somebody has the answer to that question. Do I want to stream Wolfenstein Youngblood on Switch? Actually, I do. It's weird. Well, maybe. Like, I don't know. I don't know if you saw the video. I just put it up like an hour ago, I think, Sam. But I did play Wolfenstein Youngblood at E3, specifically the Switch version. But it looks so bad. Like, it just, on a technical level, I mean, again, it's impressive that the Switch can handle it and it runs smoothly. But man, it is rough to look at. Like, that is some blurry draw distance right there. Sam says, I am 16 as of last Friday. Congratulations, Sam. Happy birthday, man. Mario says, Yakuza 0 in Legend mode. LOL, did you know Judgment is coming out soon? Yes. It's weird. There are probably dozens of videos that I have gotten close to completion and will never see the light of day on this channel. Like, I have so many videos that I made and I just wasn't happy with them, so I didn't put them out. But one of the ones that I did recently was, I actually talked about how I was excited for Judgment, despite the fact that I had not finished an entry in the Yakuza series yet. And they actually did have that on display at E3 near the Atlas booth. Because Atlas was right next to Sega. Well, is it okay to put Black Ops 4 next to it? Yeah, I can put Black Ops 4 up there. That's fine. Project says it's too late to stream now? What? You're an hour behind me. It's like 8 o'clock where you are, Jaken. Maiko, what's going on? How are you doing tonight, Legend? Glad you have graced us with your presence. And for those of you that didn't know, Maiko is an amazing streamer and one of the most positive, encouraging forces in the entirety of the internet. Not just YouTube, but the entirety of the web. Same goes for Judge. How you doing, man? YourPlayerTwo, I got a feeling you're going to win every race. That's not a feeling you should listen to. Especially if Jaken's playing. Jaken's beastly at this game. Doing great, and I'm great, man. I got back from E3, and, I think the worst of jet lag is behind me, so that's nice. Crispy, you mean the Cyber Demon? Oh, okay. You're talking about Doom 2016. Yes, it reminds me of Phoenix Wright. Wait, Phoenix Wright wasn't that violent, was it? Doesn't Judgment have a fair amount of combat in the vein of Yakuza? Yes, for Xbox Coffee. I do have Black Ops 4 for Xbox, so I would do that. I don't want to spectate, I want to play. Let's join another one. I do like the idea of getting Wolfenstein Youngblood, though. Like, it was really fun, and, like, the trailer for that looks pretty hilarious. Alright, let's try this again. Don't really have any responsibilities that I have to take care of tonight, and not sure what games I would want to play, since I want to play more games with friends rather than by myself. Do you have Mario Kart? We could play right now, Zach. Judgment is like Yakuza, but the whole detective thing is like... Oh, well, yeah, that does make sense. So it's like a mix... so it's like a mix in my head. Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Josh, I suck. You stop that crazy talk, Jakin. You get in here and give these randos the spanking they've been waiting on. Wait, can I say that? Sounds wrong. Let's move on. I think with practice I might beat Jakin at Mario Kart, but you are correct. He is pretty good at the game. He's pretty good. Some people think he's a scrub, but I don't subscribe to that school of thought. Judgment Day is inevitable. Is that a Terminator reference, or are you just speaking in a very nihilistic sort of, you know, shot at humanity sort of way, Sam? Join on me, Josh. Let me see if I can. E3 had some gems, but a lot of disappointments too. Ooh, I would be curious. Tell me your gems and disappointments, Judge. I want to see if we are in agreement or not in agreement on some of these points. I think that would be fantastic. You just said no, never mind? Jakin, I just stopped everything I was doing to accommodate you. Why do you do this to me? I'll launch it again, and then you can try to join up on me. My cousin does. You should borrow from your cousin. Carp, what's up, man? Hey, Josh, I'm just here just watching. Carp, how excited were you for that LEGO Star Wars announcement from E3? That you're going to get the first 9 films. Definitely hop in. I would if I had the game. Josh, our communication is terrible. That's not true. Our communication is amazing. You and I have had many delightful conversations late into the evening that were completely appropriate. Are you with me in being happy to see FF8? Yes, I played FF8 way more than Final Fantasy VII, although I will admit, having now played the Final Fantasy VII Remake at E3, which was an amazing, amazing experience, and I do stress experience, as soon as I got back, I bought Final Fantasy VII for the Switch and went back into it. It's made dramatically easier thanks to some button-click cheats that you can use now. But, you know, I'm finally getting to sort of re-explore the story for the first time in almost 2 decades, which is disgusting. But, you know, it's been fun sort of seeing the story and then going back and watching the trailers for the remake and seeing locations I just recently visited in places like Midgar, and then seeing, you know, what they look like in this new updated version. It's just, it's sort of amazing. Like, it's sort of bringing back a lot of memories to me from when I did dabble in Final Fantasy VII forever ago. But I spent a lot more time with Final Fantasy VIII around that period of time. Carp says, I had a feeling that you would be very excited. I don't know if somebody just friend requested me from the chat, but if so, I'm about to get you. Add friend. Is this someone from the chat? I don't know. But we're friends forever now. Or until the servers go dark, as I like to say. Oh yeah, CC Game CEO. Hello, how are you tonight? I just got your friend request, my dude. Please feel free to join up on me, and we'll race together into the sunset on, you know, whatever tracks feature a sunset, which honestly I don't think I can name off the top of my head. Awesome. Very cool, man. I gotta tell you, man, these heavy boys, that's where it's at. I envy you, man. That must have been... Oh, dude, it was so good. Like, and I was at least a little skeptical, because I was like, I didn't spend that much time with Final Fantasy VII when I was growing up. Despite the fact that I had it. I remember I got it at Walmart for $14. And I was completely blown away by it. Like, I have to beat that game. If for no other reason than just to see how the story plays out and compares against the original Final Fantasy VII, which I'm replaying right now on the Switch. Which, again, is, like, ludicrously easy, because if you click the right stick, you get God mode, where it basically just, it fills your limit bar and makes you invincible. So, There's really almost no incentive to grind and level up. If you click the left stick, it overclocks the game to 3x, so you don't have to wait through a lot of tedious dialogue or to sort of slog across the open world map. And then if you click both sticks in, it disables random encounters. So basically, if Final Fantasy VII at the low end took you, I don't know, 30 to 40 hours to complete, this game will probably take you 10, 12 hours maybe if you're rushing. YPT, you've got this. Thank you for the encouragement, Brian. Disappointments. Halo trailer somehow had less info than the teaser. That's true, it did, but it sure looked pretty. I will say that. All things Bethesda, they still don't get it. Well, Bethesda, I mean, they talked about Final Fantasy. Got Final Fantasy on the brain. Fallout 76 expansion, which some people are actually looking forward to. I'm not. I'm done with that game. My father is very excited because he's a masochist. And then, what else did Bethesda talk about? Well, they were bringing, what, what was that? What's that game? Blades? From mobile, which is not a great game as I understand, at least not if you're looking for like an Elder Scrolls type experience, to the Switch, which they had that demo kiosk and it was pretty vacant when I was there. Like, there were a lot of empty Blades kiosks at the Nintendo booth. 8th, but soon to be 1st. I'm in 11th now, reading that, Brian. Tarks, what's up, man? It took me until Final Fantasy IX to start caring about Final Fantasy in the PS1 generation. So here's the thing. I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII, and I'm glad to hear that Final Fantasy VIII is getting a remaster. That's neat. But I kind of want to play 9 because that's the one Final Fantasy from the PS1 generation I never played, like never even touched it played. And I've always heard that it is one of, if not the best of that generation. And knowing that it apparently has those same cheats that speed it up tremendously as Final Fantasy VII, I'm probably going to go ahead and grab that. And then I'll move on to 12 for the Switch, which I picked up, and then probably 10 too. I don't think I need to go back to 10 just yet. As well as the Obsidian. I don't think I saw the Obsidian game. Still reserving my Final Fantasy VII reaction. Dude, I'll react for you. It is on point. That game felt amazing. And the fact that they gave me a t-shirt and I got to see a giant, like, well, not really life-size, but a fairly large Mako reactor in person, and be in a Shinra train station for that demo, the experience was magical. Matched only maybe by Luigi's Mansion 3, which was super spoopy, and I loved it. Hey, Lil, I saw you heard of my comment. YourPlayerTwo, I got it. Oh, yeah, Tom Clancy. Oh, wait, no, the Division 2. Free-to-play weekends are on my Xbox. Division 2 is fun, man. Like, no doubt about it. I thought you were talking about the new Ghost Recon for a second. You should try to beat me at Street Fighter 3 third strike. No, that's a hard pass. Tark says Final Fantasy IX just capitalizes on what made all the older Final Fantasy games so charming. I take it you're saying that as a positive. Thoughts on Doom Eternal? I wanted to play it, but like at least one day I went with GamerThumb TV. We tried to rush over to that booth because that was actually set up in a way that if you wanted to play it, you would put your name in and you would basically fill in a time slot and then come back to it, which is really considered a people's time, but it also meant there was a limited number of slots available, and every time we went, it was filled up. So I'm excited for it because, I really like the 2016 Doom, and I like my shooters super fast because I'm a very reckless player in that regard. And, Doom has speed in spades. Sounded kind of weird. On Steam Store for PC. Wait, what now? What are you saying? Oh, and hello, Nightcore. I missed that. Currently loving the endgame of Final Fantasy 12, almost done. Love that game. I've never played 12, so I'm looking forward to trying that as well. That's why I picked it up for the Switch, because I assumed it would be a very good version of the game. Of course, I'm always fascinated about the minor technical differences between games that get ported multiple times. Like, as I know, Final Fantasy 7 is on iOS as well, isn't it? And I think it had an audio glitch where the overworld theme would just repeat after every battle and not play in perpetuity. I think Doom Eternal is technically a sequel. I don't think it's an expansion. Hope to see how you do in the race. Oh, wait, is somebody else joining? What do you mean NWA was which one? Lolo, the rap group, or the wrestling company? I see what you did there. Zachary says never played it all. Wait, what, did you never play it all? Doom? I've never played Final Fantasy 11. That was an online game, wasn't it? We're 11 and 14 both online, and I heard 13 was not good. I'm not against the idea of playing it, but it seems like every time I heard somebody bring up Final Fantasy 13, it was usually in a negative way. The problem with the Halo trailer is it's all enigmatic CG. Yeah, well, that's the thing, though. It's not technically CG, right? That was done with the in-game engine, wasn't it? So we're looking at essentially a representation of what those graphics will be like in-game, I thought. Unless I'm mistaken, in which case, please correct me. Oh, no. Could be a car game for all it... I sincerely doubt it's going to be a car game. I played Final Fantasy 11 for 10 years, so I'm assuming it must have been pretty good then. The only one I never tried before, no way I could afford that growing up. What was there a monthly fee associated with 11? Was it like $10 a month or something like that? Kind of like World of Warcraft, although I think that's $15 a month, if I recall. Speaking of which, I was like randomly cleaning out my closet a couple months ago and found a 60-day WoW card that had not been used. I don't remember how I came to be in possession of it, whether I bought it as a gift from my dad and forgot about it, or whether it was gifted to me and I forgot about it. But I will probably use that whenever WoW Vanilla comes back, because I kind of want to dive into it a little bit just for nostalgic purposes, you know, and be all excited to save up the money for a mount again, instead of now where it just gets handed out like candy. Tesla Chad, what's up, man? And for those in the chat who aren't familiar, Tesla Chad was also at E3 with us. Chadwick is an absolute delight. His favorite game is ARMS, and I'm not going to make fun of him for it, because I got all that out of my system in LA, and I love Chad, so. As well as the GBA port of 1 and 2 in one cart. Oh, wait. Are we talking about Final Fantasy? I know Final Fantasy 11 wasn't on the Game Boy Advance, okay? I do know something. Crisis Core is a good game. I do have that for the PSP, but I really wish that would get a remaster. That would be amazing. 11 was a $13 a month per character? Good lord. I hope you love whatever character you pick then. I don't know if I'd want to go multiple characters at $13 a month. Jeez. You're an absolute delight. Tesla Chad, I do what I can. Oh, also, if you guys want to see some footage of us running around E3, Chad just did a... Hold on a second. I'm grabbing your video, Chad. I'm going to link that in here. So, he actually had a really great sort of montage-type video showing our E3 experience. It was really, really well done. I love his editing. You can check that out here if you want to see some video of us just running around. Because my video that I just put out is just about the video games I played. The kind of experience-type video that Chad put out, I'll be doing something like that next Wednesday after I've had more time to wrangle 800 clips and wrap my head around how that story is gonna sound. I'm off to have an in real life social life. Happy streaming. Lola, thank you so much for stopping by. Enjoy your real life adventures. Oh, you listened to all the Final Fantasy? Oh, I missed that Nightcore. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, buddy. What I was saying about is that I have never played Mario Kart on the Switch. It's delightful, Zachary. I think you would love it. Otero, what's up, man? Oh, yeah, Tesla Chat was there. He is delightful. I'm doing great, buddy. I wish Josh was coming in second, but alas. Ooh, did somebody just send me a friend request from the chat? If so, I will get to you as soon as this race is over. It popped up right as the next one was starting, if that's cool. Final Fantasy 11, you had to understand one character could play every role job, so you only need a second character to basically have a second account. I gotcha. Hence the price. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, if you had that sort of flexibility, I guess all you would need is one character, but I don't know, whenever I think of having multiple characters on an account, like I think World of Warcraft style, where it's like, oh, I'm a rogue, or I'm a paladin. My goal is to make it to San Diego Comic-Con. I would like to go to San Diego Comic-Con someday. I'm less interested in San Diego Comic-Con than I am E3. I like video games more than I do comics. I don't necessarily... If you ask me if I had to live in a world without video games, without the MCU, though, ugh, I don't want to think about that right now. I don't need that kind of negativity in my life. Before I leave, have you played Luigi's Mansion 3? Yes, Coffee. If you watch the video I just put up like 45 minutes ago, there's some footage of me actually playing it at E3, and I went to great pains to shoot a bunch of B-roll, much to the chagrin of the Nintendo employees who were giving me the stink eye, of a bunch of, you know, basically, they put you, when you went to play Luigi's Mansion, they had bellhops that sort of escorted you into a spooky mansion type area to play the game, and it was beautifully done, and Luigi's Mansion plays fantastically well. If you liked Dark Moon or the original, you are definitely in for a treat with 3. Play Final Fantasy 1 and 2 through GBA Crisis Core Lightning. Oh, okay, I gotcha, Nightcore. Taylor, what's going on, man? No, I did not play the Link's Awakening demo, and it killed me. I wanted to, we kept going, but they kept capping the lines. Like, that was one of the most sought-after games to play. But the Final Fantasy VII demo, again, I couldn't have even done it. I couldn't have played the demo without Tesla Chad here in the chat, because he seduced a Shinra operative, and she gave him train tickets for us to get in, which was, I thought, unsavory, but I appreciate his sacrifice, especially because his girlfriend was there. It was really irresponsible. It was 2 hours ago, not 45 minutes. To be, I'm not a Time Lord, okay, Coffee? I'm sorry. I only have a rudimentary understanding of the passage of time. Josh has Final Fantasy 1 PSP. I do have Final Fantasy 1 PSP because originally that was supposed to be Adrian's, but he actually already had it and forgot he already had it, so I just ended up keeping it. And whoever sent me that friend request, I don't know if you're in the chat, but I'm going to go ahead and grab you now. Okay, bye. See ya, Coffee. You have a good night, man. And good game, CC Games. Zach, is that you? Zachary Powell? How are we not already friends on the Switch? That's absurd. Jakin came in 6th? Good work. Even though I don't collect anymore, I love seeing the new toys that come out. That's true. I remember I used to get really excited, actually, for, like, McFarlane toys, which would have been, what, in the mid to late 90s, early 2000s, I think? Because didn't McFarlane actually make that episode of, what was it, Simpsons Treehouse of Horror, where Homer... I think it was the Treehouse of Horror, where Homer goes to hell and the devil force feeds him donuts, infinitely like, what if you had all the donuts in the world? But he just keeps eating them because it's Homer. I thought that was a really disgusting toy that McFarlane made out of that. Oh, does he? He's doing a new Spawn movie too, isn't he? But isn't it going to be based on Sam and Twitch with Spawn as kind of a background character? Brian, don't talk about that BS. I usually never play on the Switch that often. It's a shame, man. The Switch is amazing. Well, its online's not the best, but, you know, what are you going to do? Oh, I will, dear friend. I feel so bad for people who send me requests on Switch. I never see them until a week later. I can be kind of bad about it, too. Like, I notice them more when I'm playing on stream, but if they come in, you know, off the, I never remember to go in there and check for it. Okay, that Pac-Man helmet's sweet. I want to know how to get one of those. CC Games, that's you. You have the Pac-Man helmet. I'm incredibly jealous. Oh my goodness. CC Games, is this your first time on the channel, just out of curiosity? I don't think I've seen you in here before, but if so and I've forgotten, I do apologize. There was a physical version for pre-order on Amazon. Your player for what? Taylor, what are you talking about right now? Oh no, collection of... No, I already got my pre-order, man. I pre-ordered it from Best Buy. I am getting that physical edition, because I always wanted to play the Mana series, and I was like, yeah, I could do it now, but if I'm only... what, a month or two, or it's in August, I think, isn't it? That the physical's coming out. It's like, if I've waited years at this point, what's the harm in waiting another month or two to get a physical edition? And I know you're a fan. Because every time I see that complete in-box copy over at Warp Zone, I think about you, Taylor. What? I just don't play it very often anymore. I take it with me to Comic-Cons and never use it. Yeah, and that's the thing, like, next year at E3, I may not take the Switch at all. Like, if I do, I'm not going to keep it with me at the show. It'll just stay in the Airbnb or wherever I'm staying. I think I'm just going to take, like, a BitBoy or something small and more pocketable with me. Ooh, or I could see if I get one of those sweet modded, like, Game Boys that has a backlit screen, one of the originals. That would be really nice. Good on you. I got one from Amazon. Does Amazon have anything special? Because if they have a Steelbook or something and Best Buy doesn't, it would be pretty sour. I mean, not overly sour. I mean, I'm happy to get the game at all, but still. Oh, stop it, you're playing. No, I'm serious. Every time I see it. Final Fantasy Adventures. Now, that's one thing that I was kind of bummed about for the Mana Collection, is it's got the original Game Boy version. I think that's fine. I appreciate that it's sort of pure in that way, but they did a remake of that on the Vita, did they not? That had nicer graphics. Now, I don't know if there was something about that made it an inferior version to play, but I would have preferred that they included that version as well, if possible. Like, I'm not saying that, I don't think they should have had the Game Boy version there. For people that, kind of want to play it in its original form, I think that's great. But I personally would have liked the updated graphics version. Oh no, I power slid into a snowman. I hear Josh talking about steelbooks. I'm here to judge. Cynthia, how do you only pop up when I start talking about steelbooks? Good game, everyone. I still play my Game Boy Color. I have my Game Boy Color checks. And thank you for stopping by, dude. And I have my red Game Boy Pocket. But I don't know. I would like to get a modded Game Boy, one that has a backlight. Like, not that I mean, I know that the SP had a backlight and everything, but I mean, like, something that's super bright. And the closest I have right now, I think, is probably the BitBoy, unless I emulate on, like, a Kindle or something. Mara, we were talking about if there was a steelbook for the Mana Collection. I don't think there is, though. MC Mur says, Harry Butts. How are you doing, Mur? Thank you for coming by, man. Hey, Sushi, want some sushi? Hi, Brian. That is all. MC Mur, I salute you. Thank you. NX, what's going on, man? How's your week been? CC Game says, you get the Pac-Man outfit from the Pac-Man Amiibo. Okay, good to know. I don't think I have the Pac-Man Amiibo, though, sadly, so that's unfortunate. I also have a Game Boy Color and an original Game Boy Advance. I don't have an original Game Boy Advance anymore. I think I had the what was it, the Arctic one? Is that what it was named? The one that was transparent purple, not solid purple? How much is that complete in-box copy of Secret of Mana? Gosh, I want to say it was like 120, maybe? I honestly don't remember. I don't remember. Like, I haven't been to Warp Zone in a month or two, but I'll go back, and if I can find out how much it is, I'll let you know. Because you don't have a complete in-box copy, right, Taylor? You're still after one? Sushi always come at the right time. Samuel, I'm hungry, and I wish I could go out for sushi. Sushi is delightful. How did a communication error occur? I'm on a wired connection. I'm doing fairly well. Well, that's unacceptable. I want you to do exceptionally well, Mur. Otherwise, how will you ever advise me on what Atari games that I'm going to have to pick up for the for that clone system that I'm going to pick up? What was it, the Retron 77? I lost the word there. Yes, I'm getting Crash Team Racing, Mur. That's why I put that in the title here. Like, that is definitely going up next week. I might even just, like, cheese it up on the poll next week and just make everything you can vote for, just make it Crash Team Racing, so there's no way of getting around it. I pre-ordered it. I pre-ordered 3 games the other day to make sure I got them. That was... Oh, no, not Castlevania. Help. Bloodstained. Sorry. Bloodstained, and then the Mana Trilogy, because I wanted the physical copy of that, and then the other one was Crash Team Racing to make sure I didn't miss it. I've been lurking here waiting for Josh to summon me. I'm playing Dragon Quest Builders to prep me for the second game. Yeah, because that's out in July, isn't it? July, what, 19th or something, I thought? So wouldn't that be like cannibalism? Probably. Project, are you going to stream later? I hear he's going to stream. That's word on the street right now. This is right. I don't have one. I'm looking for one. I will keep an eye out for you. Have you checked eBay recently? It may have come down a little bit. I got Secret of Evermore CIB for nothing. Dude, so did I. Wait. Was it Secret of Evermore? Because I was interested in playing an RPG like... No, wait. No. I always get Secret of Evermore confused with Legends of Legaia. I got Legends of Legaia complete in box with the map and everything for like $20. Like, it was a crazy good deal. Like, I know it's not the rarest or most expensive gamer, although I would defer to your judgment for that. Speaking of which, if anyone here is not already subscribed to MC Mur and you are interested in that type of content, I'm going to go ahead and drop a link to his channel here, because that's how you should be spending your time. If you ever have free time and you're like, what should I be doing with it? The answer is watching MC Mur, because the man is an absolute delight, and he's also chock full of witticisms that I couldn't hope to conjure if I were twice his age. So, that aside though, I always get Secret of Evermore confused with Legends of Legaia. Not the same game at all, but I would like to play Secret of Evermore sometime. I heard that had a really neat story and setup. I am getting it on the Switch. Mur, what are you doing? You know I'm always going to go for the Switch version. Although I have been swayed lately by graphical fidelity. Oh, you got disconnected too, CC? So it wasn't just me? Okay. Maybe it'll be another one of those games that I buy multiple copies of, like Mortal Kombat. Although I got Mortal Kombat for multiple systems and nobody voted for it, really, for Wednesday. So I was like, meh. Maybe I won't indulge in that practice. Brian, saw your message. Yes, free time with Mur. Absolutely. Seriously, solid stuff. Check him out. And his content's not bad either. Sorry, that was pervy. Chick says, what are you getting Crash Team Racing on? Personally, I'm going on Xbox. So you're getting it on Xbox, Mer's getting it on PS4, and I'm getting it on the Switch. You guys are killing me. I would love to play with the group. Like, let's just find a game in the Twitter group that we all have and just agree to play it. Like, you have the Division 2, don't you, Checkpoints? I fought an old lady for Legend of Legaia and lost? Impressive. I admire your dedication. I wouldn't have even attempted that. Switch is the best version of what? CTR? How could you possibly know that? I mean, I in a very biased way want it for the Switch, but I don't know if I can make the claim that it's the superior version. I think that depends on a number of factors. Crash is going to be so... Well, that's the weird thing. I spent a very minimal amount of time with Crash Team Racing when I did that Hack Your PS1 Classic video, or the PlayStation Classic. And even for just playing it a few rounds, I was like, this is super fun. I can't wait to play the upgraded version. Sonic Racing was missing content on the Switch. Ooh. I did not realize that. That's unfortunate. I hope at least... done with Switch multiplats. All of them? There's not a single one that actually has an advantage? Not another game collector. I see you have some class. Not another game collector is chock full of class. Oh, because he's getting it on the Switch? Okay. I don't know about that, but... Chick says, I mean, I could invest... Whoa. I could invest in the Switch, but I don't use it enough personally. I gotcha. It's not for everyone. And the weird thing is, like, I don't go to an office anymore because I work from home, so the Switch's appeal is somewhat lessened for me, but it's still, it's just so charming. Like, I'm addicted to collecting Switch games. Like, I'm about to do a video called My 100 Switch Games and rank them in order of shamefulness, chronologically, or alphabetically, depending on what people vote for, I guess. We'll see. I hate getting this power-up, it's so demoralizing. I'm aiming for new first-party Switch stuff, but no more multiplats. I love multiplats and ports, Mer, but I can understand your position as well. I know that not everybody is as excited for those kind of things as I am. Good game, all. You guys should listen to Cunning Fox's remix of Final Fantasy V's battle theme. I will have to look that up. I want to pick up Team Sonic Racing is hard. Like, it's, like, I struggle. I think Mario did, too. Ordered Zelda Dreamers Edition Link's Awakening today. Is that the one, the European version, Mer? And where did you do this thing? I'm doing all kinds of tricky stuff to see if I can get my hands on that. If that is, in fact, the Steelbook one. CC Games says, gotta run later. Dude, thank you so much for stopping by to play. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you come back for many more Wednesdays to play Mario Kart or other multiplayer games, but really appreciate it, man, and for introducing me to the Pac-Man helmet. That was tremendous. YourPlayerTwo, have you literally have 100 Switch games? What's your backlog like? I don't even... Whatever it's more than 100, and, you know, whatever is bigger than a backlog. If you came up with an entirely new term, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I'd like to visit Josh's house one day and secretly borrow them all. Morrow, you and yours are always welcome in my home should you ever be in the Columbus area, and you can borrow whatever games you would like. My 100 steel... I don't have 100 steelbooks. I think I have 20 or 30 steelbooks. But Switch games, I think I counted them the other day. And that's the thing, too. Like, it's not like I bought 100 Switch games. Like, a lot of them, too, were just, like you know, gifts for holidays and stuff like that, or things that I'd traded for. Or they were just, like, indie titles or pre-owned or super good deals that I would find where it was, like, a $10 or a $12 game, not $40. You know, that would be insane. I promise you not every one of those 102 or 103 games was bought at retail price. That would be insane. The UK one is... Oh, that's a different version. Or is the Dreamers Edition the American one we get with the art book then? Because that was, I thought, kind of disappointing. Check this, I've been having withdrawals from my Oculus Rift ever since I've been moving, so I set up the cheapest VR setup I could just to play it. I mean, I'm about to get an Oculus Quest just so I can stop being annoyed by setting up my PlayStation VR every morning to play Beat Saber. I understand the tracking may not be... Well, actually, the tracking will probably be better than the PSVR, but I know that, you know, there will be other drawbacks to having a cordless VR system, but because I normally play it only for 45 minutes a morning, like, you know, I think the Quest would be fine for that. But it's also, is it a convenience that's really worth $400 to me? I don't know that it is. You know, if I set up a goal for myself, like, hey, if you lose, you know, 20 pounds playing Beat Saber, then you can buy the Quest, that might be motivating. Got Soul Calibur 2 for the GameCube? Very nice. Yeah, because for Soul Calibur 2, what was it? GameCube had Link, Xbox had Spawn, and... What did PS2 have? Heihachi? Is that right? Or am I getting... Or am I... Is that the wrong character? 'Cause I thought they all had an exclusive. What? Oh, pff. I thought I could ramp up the wall there. That didn't work at all. Unfortunate. Yeah, I have feelers out for that Steelbook version NX. I will have the thing. I will see the thing done. Yeah, when Spawn comes to Mortal Kombat 11, absolutely. Also, that was another highlight of E3, was seeing the Mortal Kombat ice cream truck. I'm just sad I didn't actually get to get ice cream from it. But they were serving black ice cream in black ice cream cones. It was dark. Nintendo wants us to drug off the UK, apparently, but I'm not going to lose money importing. It's unfortunate. But, you know, whatever it takes, that Steelbook just looks too good. It'll make a fine addition to my collection. I'll tell you what's killing me, though, is I want that Final Fantasy Crazy Collector's Edition, but that would be singularly the most expensive Collector's Edition of a game I've ever bought, and I don't know if I can justify it. That's as much as a console, $330. Come on, you're killing me, Square. If you're getting Quest, we could totally co-op. Oh, seriously? That's an idea. What games could we co-op, just out of curiosity? Could we play like Arizona Sunshine or something like that? Oof. There's so many games coming out. I don't know if I can throw an Oculus Quest on top of it, but I may in fact break down checkpoints. If so, I will absolutely keep you posted. Because I have the Rift. And I have the Go and the PSVR, but a fourth VR headset, come on, man, I'd have to ditch something. Josh, you don't need it. Have you seen that Collector's Edition, Mario? Can you really say that to me with a straight face? Cloud looks majestic. He hasn't looked that good since when I thought Advent Children would age perfectly, and it kind of hasn't. I gotta ease up on game purchase. I cannot play all this. Dude, yes, I'm the same way. Like, there is not gonna be a pickups video on this channel, because I spent all my money on, like, travel and food and riding scooters in LA. I think I'm only picking up 1 or 2 games this month, so I can't make a whole video. I mean, I could, but it would be a really boring video, I think. Mara says, I'm here just trying to set you straight. Mara, you have an amazing collection as well. I've seen your Instagram. You hypocrite. That's like Beck telling me not to shop sales. You know she's gonna shop sales, and she knows I'm gonna shop the sales. Because we are all of us horribly addicted to this physical collecting game. The only difference between us and Murr is actually, you know, much more economical about it. Zachary says, won't be able to play since I don't have Nintendo Online. Oh, drag, man. You should pick that up at some point. I mean, it's not horribly expensive, but it also doesn't give you a ton of benefit either, depending on how much you value, you know, the Nintendo games they roll out to you every month. Which, again, I'm still pretty secure in the belief that they're not going to roll out Super Nintendo games until they actually see a dip in hardware sales, because, again, it's a card they don't need to play right now. Arizona for sure, but there are so many games that I haven't been able to experience. What are some examples, man? Tell me some more. Because that's the thing, whenever I get in that Joshification mindset and I'm out at a Best Buy and I see the Oculus Quest on the shelf, I'm going to be like, well, I have to get this, because if I can't, checkpoints can't play games. That's the kind of dumb thing I'll tell myself to justify a 4th VR headset. Nintendo Online is worth it just to have the NES games close by. Someone just started voice chat, which I'm assuming is happening over the phone. I'm not going to do that. Because Nintendo's approach to voice chat, aside from the games that allow it natively, is pretty jank. Get it, Josh. NX, you're a horrible influence. What dog do you have in this fight? You don't have an Oculus Quest, do you? We need Josh in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I have Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Oh, wait, you mean as a character? No, that'd be completely ridiculous. You would just... You basically get the same thing by adding Jimmy Neutron because we have the same haircut. You need Nintendo Online for only one game, and that's Animal Crossing New Horizons. You know what's sad is I was really, you know, looking forward to trying to track down some Animal Crossing information at E3, and there just really wasn't any that I could see. Like, you know, it certainly wasn't playable or anything, and then it got pushed back, right? So much right with Nintendo and so much wrong. That is an accurate statement. And I was joking in someone's live stream the other day, and I don't think somebody picked up on my sarcasm, because I said, what did I say, where's the effect? I was like, well, you know, they've only had like 16 years of consoles being online to get it right. And they were like, well, you know, that should have been plenty of time. And I was like, yes. Mega damn, what's going on, man? What are you doing here? You excited for Southeast Game Exchange? Are we going to hang out and do unsavory things in the name of adventure? Kidding. Not true. Megadan and I have never done anything remotely unsavory. Although I do have a number of amazing reactions from him. I have slid you into so many cutaway and B-roll shots whenever I talk about convention stuff on the channel, Megadan. It's just because you're so outlandishly expressive, I can't help myself. My email on Nintendo is not a part of Google and not able to put into the Google Authentic... Ah, okay, I gotcha. Sushi or sir? What's Sushi sale? You need Nintendo on... Oh, no, I didn't read that. You do have an Oculus Quest NX? Man, that's making a stronger case for it now. If I have 2 friends on it, well, that's a purchase I can easily justify, right? Maybe. I don't know about that. Nintendo is over 100 years old. I am moderately amped for Animal Crossing. I'm amped for it because you guys are amped for it, and by you guys I mean like yourself and Beck and Sushi and Maro, but only because I'm hoping they will coach me through it, because I found, when I played it on the 3DS, which I still have a copy of the game, I found it to be so stressful. I hate the real-time aspect of it. I like games like Stardew Valley, where time stops when I stop. I don't like being out to dinner, eating my Chipotle, and then stressing about the things that I'm not getting done in my fictional small town. Mara, I can't wait till Josh rebrands his channel to be completely dedicated to Animal Crossing. Sushi, I don't like it when you drink. You say really weird things. We must convert Josh into Animal Crossing. I said I would give it an honest shot as long as you guys are willing to coach me. I'll give it the old college try, on my word. I'm doing the same thing with, what is it, Fire Emblem when it comes out here in a few weeks. I'm not too hot on that idea either. It didn't stop me from going for that Steelbook. UNAGC. What is the Oculus Quest? The Oculus Quest is a standalone headset that has, I believe, 4 to 6 tracking cameras all over the outside of it, so you can play basically Oculus games with a big asterisk, Taylor. Untethered. So the battery life, as I understand it, is probably 2 to 3 hours, probably closer to 2 hours would be my guess, but NX and Checkpoints actually have them, so they can speak to it more intelligently than I can. But yeah, it basically has, I think, the 6 degrees of motion tracking or whatever in a completely untethered fashion, which is hugely appealing. But you're not going to get the graphical fidelity you can out of a true Oculus Rift or something like that, where you've got a big beefy graphics card pushing all those pixels. I will most likely be in a voice chat room on Discord later on. I will probably also hop on my PS4 tonight as well, Josh. I may be on, but, you know, after I've been talking for 2 or 3 hours straight on stream, that, you know, I will probably not be doing too much chatting tonight. I'm going to give my voice a rest and probably play some Final Fantasy VII. Fire Emblem is awesome. You know what? I can't wait to see the Breath of the Wild. Oh, dude, no joke. I have the Breath of the Wild original collector's edition, but I didn't get the one with the Master Sword, which is the one I really wanted. Maybe someday I'll get it. But I am very curious to see. And apparently Zelda's supposed to be playable in Breath of the Wild 2. I saw something about that pop up whenever I was like looking for E3 news on Google the other day. Fabian, what's up, man? Also, I'm curious, Megadan, just out of curiosity, are you going to be getting the Mana Collection as well, physical? Tark says, alright, I'm a bounce man later, take care. What? It said time to read something. Catch you around, dude. Good stream. Tarks, it's always a pleasure, man. Thank you so much. Yes, I did say Master Sword Mara. Why? Taylor, the PSVR is surprisingly good. It went from being a dusty relic that I never touched to being an indispensable part of my daily life. Because I play that Beat Saber every day. Because I trick myself into thinking it's actual exercise. And, I mean, it is actual exercise, but You know, like if I meet some girl at a speed anything, and she's like, "Do you work out?" I'll be like, "Absolutely," but just again, like the quest, big asterisk. Zelda was already playable on the CDI. Fair enough. Let us not forget the amazing games that the Zelda CDI games were. Did anyone notice Ganondorf in the trailer? Was that the dead thing that sort of snaps back to life in a horrific way? Because I thought there was some debate as to whether or not that was actually Ganondorf. They were saying that Nintendo won't say whether she is playable. That doesn't sound like a confirmation, really. Of course, then again, that's what happened with Witcher 3. Like, everyone was speculating about that Witcher 3 port to the Switch, and I think they reached out to CD Projekt Red directly and was like, "Hey, is this true?" And they just declined to comment, which was basically them confirming it, so who knows. Dang, it sold out because when I got the Master Sword, I bought it separately. You bought the Master Sword separately? Well, like on eBay? Ganon rehydrated memes? I haven't seen any yet, but that sounds hilarious. I was going to show you a link. Maybe they will restock it. Yeah, go ahead. A link. That's funny, because we're talking about Zelda stuff. I don't think that as Ganondorf might be them misleading. Could really be any Gerudo, Ganon's race. Right, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know. For some reason, it just did not seem to me like that would definitely be Ganon. Oh, you'll send it to me through Twitter? That's fine. Oh no! That was a very ambitious slide. Check says, I can't wait till I finally move and finally get my streaming setup going. Will be nearly as professional as yours or Fabian. I will be curious to check out your stream setup. Plus, I don't think I've ever seen you stream, or if I have, it's been so long that I don't remember. Check. Oh yeah, that's right. He was a giant monster. Unless after the fact he, turned back or something. That's a common trope in a fair amount of movies that feature monsters. It is most likely Ganondorf, considering the Gerudo drawings on the tomb walls. That depicted that Ganondorf was from Ocarina of Time, holding the trident of the Gerudo tribe. Ooh, this is interesting. I like seeing Fabian and Zachary talk out the lore, because I feel like I can learn a lot of things and be interesting at the next, cocktail party that has gamers there. I'll just take credit for all of your guys' knowledge and blatantly plagiarize. They should remake Minish Cap. I think I have Minish. I think I have a bootleg Minish Cap, actually. I made a video forever ago that will never again see light of day on this channel that I unpublished called How to Spot a Fake Game Boy Game. Because I ordered some from eBay and I, was like cracking them open with one of those tri-wing screwdrivers, I think, to verify if they were real or not. And I think the Minish Cap one I got was a fake. Never streamed, so it will be new for me, the channel for sure. I would like to see that stream. Folding Arms still waiting for a Link to the Past remake. It's gotta come sooner or later. Maybe they're just gonna test the water with Link's Awakening and see if people are receptive to it. Which, of course, they're gonna be receptive to it. Like, the millennial or the slightly older than millennial generation that grew up with those games. Like, they've got a lot more buying power now that they're, adults. So, I mean, of course, games like that are going to sell a bajillion copies. Josh uses our knowledge to make other friends. Ha! Joke's on you, Sushi. I don't have any friends. I mean, you guys are my friends, but... real-world friends? God, it's terrifying. I was actually talking to a girl on a dating app the other day, and she brought up video games, and she was like, I like video games. I was like, that's cool. And then she was like, well, I said that, but I really only play League of Legends. And then I felt like an idiot because I know nothing about League of Legends, so I had to ghost her, is the moral of the story. Because I have standards, okay? I preach against gatekeeping, but when it comes to my personal dating life, I'll gatekeep all day long. Like, you don't like Silent Hill? That's a no-go. It's a hard pass. I think A Link to the Past should have been done first. I don't know why they didn't do that first. I think that had a greater following than Link's Awakening. Not that I'm not happy for Link's Awakening. I am. But yeah, I know a lot of people hold that to be in a higher regard. You have me, Josh. I'll always have you, Shaken. And likewise. Brian says agreed. Wait, what are you agreeing about? You mean that should have been first, or the fact that... I ghosted a girl who only played League of Legends. Why is Ganon having... I couldn't tell you. I'm not incredibly well versed in Zelda lore. I haven't played all the Zeldas. I played the original Zelda, and 2, which I thought was a weird departure. Link's Awakening, my friend had, and I've never finished. Link's Awakening, I did have, and that's the one that I played on my Game Boy Pocket whenever I was hanging out with my dad on a business trip when I was a kid. Loved Ocarina of Time. Hated Majora's Mask. Never played Skyward Sword. Like, I have a spotty history with Zelda. Like, I feel like it's a very noobish thing to say, to be like, oh, Breath of the Wild's my favorite, but I'm sorry, it is my favorite. Ghosting? That's what you're praising? My Game Boy copy of Link's Awakening, I got totally free. Found it on a bus? That's awesome. Maro, this is some good tea. Wait, what's good tea? What are you saying right now? I'm sipping it all and remembering? What? No. That is categorically false, Brian. Work just called. I gotta go later, guys. Dan, thanks for stopping by, man. I can't wait to see you here in a couple months. It's gonna be fun. Let's do it up down to South Carolina. I couldn't get into Majora's Mask. Again, it had that time code. It's the same reason that, like, I struggled through Dead Rising. Like, I did it because I thought it was graphically amazing at the time. But I hate that feeling of it's the same reason I don't like Animal Crossing. Anytime you put, like, a severe time constraint on me, like, I just inherently don't like it. Especially because I feel like it's at odds with a lot of game design. Because, like, Dead Rising was, at the time, one of the most gorgeous games I played. And then I felt like I had to rush through the whole thing and I couldn't stop and admire things like, you know, the tons and tons of work that went into making these beautiful textures and models. Because, you know, clock was ticking. And that stresses me out and I don't like it. That's why I very much doubt that I'm going to get into this new Animal Crossing. I send you a link to YouTube channel. I love watching when it comes to Zelda. Yes, that would be delightful. I think Wind Waker is the best Zelda. No, Wind Waker I played and I enjoyed it for what it was, and I love the art style. Never finished it, played it in college, and it was one of those situations where I would play it and then I would have to go study or do something else or hang out with real life friends, and then I would come back to it after like a few days or like a week or two, and I would be out in the middle of the ocean and have no idea what I was supposed to be doing. So that's always been sort of a sore spot for me when it comes to my love of things that are Zelda. I think Wind Waker is the best Zelda to date still. No apologies. If you told me the CDI games were your favorite, we would still be friends, I promise you. Just think of it as Farmville. I don't like Farmville. I like Farm Together. A relaxing, chill, agricultural experience that anyone can get hooked on. Checkpoint says the truth. That is a great name. Oh, a great game. I thought you were talking about his name. I was like, it is. They need to port Wind Waker to the Switch. I'm sure they will at some point. I mean, they already put it on the Wii U, so I don't know why they wouldn't. It's fine to say Breath of the Wild is your favorite. You do you, boo. Thanks, Jakin. Always so delightfully supportive. Josh, that's why you should play Outer Wilds. Time limit doesn't feel forced at all. I will check... Well, first I will watch your video on Outer Wilds. That I will do. Speaking of which... Hold on. If anyone here has not checked out Checkpoints, you should, especially because his recent, well, not too recent at this point, but his Hulk video was absolutely hilarious. And if you like comedy in your gaming, him, and Shaken, both of those cats will be good choices. If you like a dash of comedy with your gaming. But I only like Checkpoints more than Jakin because, you know, well, he's just more of a sweetheart, Jakin. I'm sorry. You're very rude whenever you get into your Donald Trump impressions. I'm kidding. You know I love you. I don't know how to feel about a Link to the Past remake, only because I hold the original so close to my heart. Taylor, you say that, but I guarantee you, if they had announced a Link to the Past remake at E3, you would be in this chat right now asking me if I was getting the Steelbook for that game, and I know you'd be all over it. Can we agree? I'm not calling you a liar. I'm just saying that, you know, I feel like I have a good understanding of your taste after a couple of years of friendship at this point. It's my favorite Zelda. I think I did know that. Ah, no! Do I still have the shell, at least? Well, I'm still going to wreck Player Wednesday. I usually watch Zelda Black Nintendo Crisis of Commonwealth Realm when it comes to anything Zelda-related, especially Commonwealth Realm with their Zelda Timeline videos. Right on, Zach. Steelbook exists, Josh. That's not true. I don't buy every Steelbook. I'm sure there were some Senron Steelbooks that I'd skipped out on, just out of shame. I have only a single... Nope, that's not true. I have 2 Senron games. But I only got Peach Beach Splash because it looked like great summertime fun and I'm a seasonal gamer, not for any unsavory or juvenile reason. I'm an adult. Although I say that, and I split a party pack of Taco Bell with my buddy Ben yesterday, so debatable. Again, big asterisk. Thanks, baby. I got you. Trying to save some money for that Final Fantasy VII collect. Ooh, Fabian, don't. All right, Fabian. Let me ask you this: as somebody who got to experience the Final Fantasy VII remake demo with me and play it, did that influence your desire for the $330 collector's edition? Did part of you be like, you know what? I got to play the remake before anybody else at E3 2019. It was a great memory. Now I feel like I owe it to myself to get the collector's edition that had the motorcycle. I just want to know if you were also thinking that direction, because it's a handy trick if you're trying to justify a purchase. Okay, you got me, Josh. That was an easy one to call, Taylor. Fabian, you're actually getting that? Oh, checkpoints, man. I'm right there. I keep going back to the site and looking at it. I'm like, and I bet I have plenty of time to pre-order because I'm sure they're not going to sell out anytime. Well, I say that. I should probably not curse myself. I'm guessing they won't sell out immediately or anything if the game doesn't come out till next year, but it gives me time to wrestle with the idea of paying as much for a single game as I would pay for a video game console. Well, I guess you could say the same thing for some of the cheaper collector's editions like Doom or Cyberpunk 2077. It absolutely did. Yet, see, I knew I wasn't the only one who was thinking that way. Like, because I'm just like, oh man, like I got to see this before anyone else and play it. I have to get it, right? Sushi Fairy speaking facts tonight. Sushi Fairy just likes to grind my gears. She actually gave me a hard time about 1, being a senior citizen, and 2, my affinity for steelbooks. Heard angels singing on my hams on the glass. It was truly majestic. Like, I don't doubt that you heard it. If you did get the Final Fantasy VII Collector's Edition, I need to see this unboxing. Mario, you were telling me I didn't need it, and now you're like, oh, make sure you film the unboxing. Right. Yeah, see, Mario? It's a steal. We're saving money by buying it. Fabian and I both need to do this for spiritual reasons, okay? Plus, it's just economical. If we bought them solo, it'd be $380. We save $50 by buying this collector's edition. It's basic math. That Doom helmet is beautiful, Fabian. I have Minish Cap: A Link to the Past with 4 Swords Adventure included in the SNES Classic Legend of Zelda on my GB emulator and Link's Awakening on my Game Boy Color emulator. Very nice, Zach. I actually started Minish Cap also on my PSP Go. Yeah. After I made the video about hacking those. Well, knowing you, you're going to cave. Hey, I've got willpower when it comes to some stuff, okay? Sometimes. We could save money by just buying the $6 game, but that's completely unreasonable. Now you're just talking crazy, Fabian. Okay, that's not rational. You've been drinking, and I don't appreciate you bringing that onto my stream. Okay, I don't. We need this. You need this. Because if you get it, then I can tell Morrow, Fabian got it. How come Fabian gets to have all the fun? You know, something else you could make the argument for is if we sell those Final Fantasy VII shirts like you were talking about, that almost pays for it, right? Because those shirts are going for anywhere from, like, I think, what was the range? $80 to $250 at the extremely high, ridiculous end on eBay. I bet I could even sell the Sega Genesis shirt and get a decent amount for it. Well, not the Genesis shirt, but the Timeline shirt that we got for playing Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. I will do a full Doom costume video just for that helmet. That would be incredible. I don't have 100 steelbooks. Stop spreading misinformation, Morrow. You're worse than a Facebook news article. You're fake news. I wish Jacob was here to do a good impression. You should buy 2 collector's editions and keep one sealed. Now that would be, I don't know, a little bit too ostentatious. Can we agree? My fiance was like, you don't need it, you want it. I argued, I want it, therefore I need it. See? Your logic is sound. It's undeniable. I take it she's not on board with the idea of you buying 1 or 2 copies of the $330 collector's edition of Final Fantasy VII. I'm not being a scalper. I'm being an opportunist. Scalpers buy things to resell. These were gifts from the kind publishers that littered the E3 floor. Not the same thing. It's like J. Jonah and, what was it, Spider-Man 2? It's like, that slander's like, it is not, I resent that. Slander is spoken, and print its libel. We need a real-life crucifix sword from Doom. I would be surprised if somebody doesn't make that and sell it. What if we all split up the money and then swap every month? What, share custody of my amazing Cloud figure? Do you know how much it costs to ship stuff over to your part of the world? It's expensive. Plus, I just don't think I can be in a poly relationship with a figure. I don't think I can do that. Tempting. Did I hear you say you like someone more than me? Gasp, I understand. No, Jake, and that's not true at all. I like you very much. I just lust after checkpoints. Totally different thing. I may be on the Patreon podcast on Sunday. Are you talking about on Abaddon's channel? Nice, Spider-Man. Thank you, checkpoints. Jake and still racing. I believe in you. Oh, over on Nintendo's channel. Very cool. What time's he going live? If so, I'll see if I can swing in. You said that was on Sunday? I should be free Sunday night to maybe swing in. This is your hunt? No, not at all. If anything, it would be the other way around. Checkpoints is inherently terrifying to me because he's from across the pond. Ooh. Oof, Nolan's moving. Oh no! Sorry, I thought that slide was gonna be off the edge. I didn't know there was a barrier there. You be good to him, checkpoints. Yes, you keep an eye on him, Taylor. Take away his mod powers. Secret of Mana, Santa says all the time I thought it was family friendly. Abaddon, what's up, man? How are you doing this evening? I assume you are rapidly approaching your Too Many Games plans again. I wish I could be there and hang out with you guys. It's going to be incredible, and there will be so many more YouTubers there that I think that we would have seen at E3 that I'm familiar with personally. Not a slight against, you know, Gamer Thumb or Not Another Game Collector or any of those guys, but it would be great to see you two and Rax, and I think Russ Lyman's going to be there, Discard's going to be there. Although I will get to see some of these guys at Southeast Game Exchange as well. Youngblood is awesome, but not on Switch. That is an understatement. Like, that's what I said in that video that I put up earlier, man. Like, it was smooth enough. Like it was easy to play, and I enjoyed it. But man, it's ugly. That's a hard game to look at. Like, if I get it, it's gonna probably be for the PS4. Although, since I've got people in here asking about it on Switch, I'm tempted to go Switch, even though I know how booty it looks compared to what we could have otherwise. If that friend request is from someone in the chat, thank you. I will get to you in just a moment as soon as this race is over. And I think we're right at the end. Alright, there we go. Some call me Johnny's too many games. I know Fabian and I'm loving this one too much. You got anyone to co-op with yet? Hey, man. Mayor, what's up, man? How are you doing? Thank you for stopping by. I am doing well. I am back from E3. My sunburn has faded. I am back to the regular tacos that Columbus has to offer. Sadly, though, the Columbus area is completely devoid of the best chicken sandwich in the world, which you can only get at Birdie's in downtown LA. Again, after I ate it, my heart was swelled with a great sadness, Mayor, because I knew I'd never have it again until at least next year. Now that we know, E3 is going to be back in LA. Gonna take the dog out real quick? Yeah, man, no worries. I'm always good to him. It's true, he is. Chima, dude, have you played Cadence? No, I have not. Come on, I'm paying $25 for Cadence of Hyrule. Like, I went ahead and bought Crypt of the Necrodancer because it was $3 on sale. And I was like, that I can deal with. I'm not paying $25 for Cadence of Hyrule. Plus, I will bet you anything, Cadence of Hyrule is going to get a physical edition from Limited Run within the next 18 months. So I'll wait for that. No, it makes Canes, it makes Canes look like Chick-fil-A. No, I got super sunburnt, Mario. I got ridiculously sunburnt. Because I took your advice and took sunscreen, and then I didn't use it because I'm a moron. YB2, I gotta go. Great stream again. I still got faith you will get first place now. I appreciate that. You're like, I have so much faith that I'm going to leave right now so I don't have to watch this train wreck unfold. No, I'm kidding. Thank you for stopping by, Brian. You have a good night, man. Josh thinks like me. Don't buy. Yeah. I'm so tired of buying digital games than a physical coming out. I thought I was safe with my Turok purchase, and I wasn't. Limited Run's making a physical of that, too. Ridiculous. I tell you what I'm excited for, though. And, Fabian, I can't believe... Maybe you checked this out while you were still there, since I left before you did, Fabian. But Hyperkin's got, like, that N64 clone system coming out, and apparently they had it at E3, and I didn't notice it, or I didn't stop by and check it out. Maybe you did, but I'm excited for that. I want an N64 clone system with some easy HDMI access, because I would love to go back and play some of those games and do them on stream that I have cartridges for, like BioFreaks or Blast Corps or some of the other weird, obscure games that I enjoyed. Maybe even Dark Rift, even though that game is pretty garbage. Oh wait, Fabian's not here. He wants to take his dog out. He has no idea I'm saying this. Wait, did you hide one of Mayor's messages? Why have you done this thing? Oh. He wasn't attacking anybody, that's probably okay. Mayor is friend to us, Jakin. I do technically try to keep it family friendly. He's not wrong, Mayor, but I know that you weren't being malicious or anything. That's really the thing that I'm more worried about when it comes to the family friendly stuff, is I don't want somebody ripping on somebody else in the chat or something like that. I'm more concerned with toxicity than foul language. I mean, I try to keep it approachable, but, you know. I'm not going to freak out about it, especially if it's from a friend. Last time I went to a convention was when Splatoon 1 came out. That would have been a while ago. Probably 9 or 9:30 p.m. Eastern on Sunday. Good game, everyone. It's probably going to pop on the Patreon podcast this Sunday after we finish the first one last... Ah, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, if I'm free at that time, I'll see if I can swing over to his channel and check it out. He is a champ, Jakin, and you're a champ. Really, Jake? Why are you like this? Who hurt you? So, wait, did you travel to New Zealand, Mayor? Is that why you're out of whack? Because that's why I was out of whack. Just jet lag was brutal. How come I can't get some Baby Park? I just want to play Baby Park. Yeah, I love the idea of playing Cadence. From everything I hear, it's a great game, albeit a fairly short game. And based on what I know about the music in it, and everybody speaking, praising how fantastically they've remixed some of those tunes, I would be very surprised to see that not get a physical release, and for that to show up on vinyl or something. Unless Nintendo has some licensing issues with the tracks, but... Kicking the non-sequel Cuphead? Accurate. That is absolutely accurate. Shakes fist, you can't time out mods. It's okay. There are things worse than timeout, and Jakin knows this. He isn't attacking, he is Australia. I'm in New Zealand at the moment on a little break. That's awesome, man. Are you enjoying it? The furthest away I've been from the United States was Iceland. Now, my goal is to go to Australia in 2021 to hang out with Beck and possibly go to PAX Australia if that's even possible, even though I think that they're not close together. But I was supposed to go to Germany, and then it didn't work out because the passport office here just took forever. So I was supposed to go to Germany for work, and the client was like, you know, they basically, it was kind of time sensitive for them. So somebody else on my team decided, or basically ended up going. I told my boss, I was like, I'm sorry, man, like, I can't make the passport office go faster. And I called him, and I was like, hey, you know, I've submitted my passport for renewal like 7 weeks ago. Do you know what's going on? Did I do something wrong? And they were like, no, they're like, you didn't do anything wrong. Everything looks like it's fine, and, you know, it's going to be renewed. They're like, it's just, we're just backed up. They were like, and then they were like, do you want us to expedite it for you for free? And I was like, if you don't know what's holding up the process, how are you going to do it faster? It was a question that I thought was, I thought it was well reasoned. So I will not be going to Germany, but that's okay. Honestly, I would have been there for work. You know, it's not a huge deal. I will find other reasons to leave the country. You guys ever had Mexican sucker with chili powder? No, that sounds interesting. I like hot chocolate with cayenne pepper though. That would be similar. You're not going to Germany, so your schedule has opened up a little bit. Yeah. Why do you want to come over? "100% loving it. It's a very chill place. BS, sorry for speaking Australian. No, it's not technically a punishable offense. It's just I'm more concerned about it from people I don't know than, you know. I don't necessarily keep it all the way Mr. Rogers here, but you know. And that's the thing. Like in my personal life, I certainly curse, but yeah, I try not to do it on YouTube specifically because of the. There's the monetization thing, but then also I just want to make sure that my content is as accessible to as many people as possible, and some people get real antsy about cursing. Also, no call from Friday, which means I didn't get hired. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, man. They weren't good enough for you anyways, Zachary. Better local 4-player game, Mario Party or Mario Karty? Mario Karty, all the way. We played Mario Party in LA, and it seemed like some of the mini games were kind of mediocre, which I seem to remember Mario Parties of yesteryear being a lot more interesting than that. Yeah, I'm not opposed to going to Germany, Taylor, but, you know, I mean, I could just go to Germany for fun and, you know, not for a work trip, and I think I would have a better time, probably. Yeah, maybe we'll nail out the details. Yes, I would like that, as long as it's before August 24th, because that's when I'm going to Southeast Game Exchange. What do you do as a job, Josh? Are you full-time on YouTube? No, I would, like, my goal is to get full-time on YouTube. And, you know, I don't know how long that will take. I know that I will either get there, or I will die trying, and I'm fine with either scenario. But, I'm a network engineer by day, which is fantastically boring. Don't stress me, I'm just playing. Thanks, man. Hello, neighbor. Wait, what? Oh, Top Spot. I didn't even notice that was you, man. Thank you for stopping by. Also, I did see that you put up a video the other day, or was it today or yesterday? Like, I started it, and then I got interrupted at work, but you were comparing, I believe, a Crash Team Racing toy against a Mario Kart phone, and I was watching it, because you mentioned RJ11, I was like, I never hear somebody mention RJ11 for Pop's telephone lines, but, yeah, I'll have to check out the rest of it later. That just occurred to me, Top Spot. I figured as much. No job. I applied to as even center. Applied to discuss anything, which is so annoying, dude. It's rough. Like one time, I was job hunting back around 2011, and it was right near the holidays, and it sucked because I put in just application after application everywhere and couldn't even get an interview because everyone, at least in IT, I think, you know, near the end of the year they're not really hiring because everyone's trying to figure out what their budget's going to be for the following year and everything, and that was a rough Christmas. Made better, I think, by the fact that I had Skyrim to keep me company in 2011, and then shortly thereafter, Arkham City, which made that whole horrible unemployment experience much better. Mr. Rogers won the Ultimate Showdown, so yeah. That's live, Zach. Just keep trying. He's not wrong, Zach. What's that quote from Picard where it's like, sometimes you can do everything right and still lose. That's not a weakness. That is life. Paraphrasing. Also, I still think Picard was the best captain. Speaking of which, they're doing well, apparently a new Star Trek series with Picard. That kind of blew my mind the other day when my dad showed me that. Ooh, interesting. My girlfriend is a network engineer too. Does she enjoy it? Sorry, I was gonna make a joke, but then I thought better of it. I was putting the punchlines together in my head, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna go for it. Josh, tap right trigger when going off jumps, and stop using mushrooms when you go into corners. You don't tell me, Jakin. Okay, I play how I want to play. Just because you have the name Pro doesn't mean you have any pro tips, okay, Jakin? And I am sorry that you were stuck that way. That is unfortunate. I applied for 2 more places yesterday, so I'm slowly getting there. Persistence is key, man. It's every now and then you just gotta keep hanging in there. I know it's a really generic platitude piece of advice, but it's true. Absolutely, I'm getting Crash Team Racing. I have it pre-ordered, and because it comes out tomorrow, doesn't it? It's tomorrow, or it's the 21st, I think. I will be going to pick up my copy of the Best Buys. I have all the Final Fantasy victory themes in the background. Very nice, Samuel. A lot of platitudes are true. Yeah, but they also, they're just so soul-crushingly cliche. I hate using them. No! Good game. Gamers Club unlocked still on for you. Unfortunately, no. It is ended. Although I do have a birthday coupon for like 10% off a game. I think I burned it. I should use it for something more expensive, but I couldn't think of anything that I wanted at the time. Press right trigger, or so help me, I'll buy you tacos and eat them in front of you, laughing as I do it. First off, I'm buying you tacos. Second of all, I just don't think that's a really good strategy. It's probably, that sounds like a hack, Jakin. She finds it okay, pays the bills, and she gets time to write her book, so we get by. That's cool. And that's one of the things that, you know, is nice, like, about working at any sort of desk job is, you know, if you have everything done, like, nobody really gives you a hard time about it. Like, you've got downtime to, you know, work on something else, or to write, or, you know, do something like that. I have joined a bit in MK. What? Wait, are you joining? Are you in here right now, Morrow? There you are! Welcome, Morrow. Make sure you do what Jakin says or he'll threaten you with tacos. It's really weird. Still have a few months left on the Gamers Club Unlocked, so my CTR pre-order was also at Best Buy. Very nice. Yeah, I had that. Whenever it goes away, they're going to give you that coupon, Top Spot, that gives you, what was it? I think it was 25% off a single game, and then it stacks with your Gamers Club Unlocked. So I did that to get the Days Gone Collector's Edition, so I ended up getting it, instead of $150, it was like $80. It was really good. And I'm happy with that purchase. I like Days Gone. For me, that's a game that, I mean, if it had a better story, that would have been great. Granted, I haven't finished it yet, so please don't spoil anything for me. But I didn't really get it with the, you know, the belief that, like, oh man, I just needed to have this awesome story. I was just really pumped about a really good looking atmosphere and downing a bunch of zombies. I am late. Sorry, Torrance, it's fine. This is not a pressing obligation. It's just a live stream when we play Mario Kart, my friend. How has your week been? What? I'm going to have to do a classic Josh move here and buy CTR for Switch while I'm away and Xbox once I get home. I'm so close to getting Bloodstained for PlayStation because I just don't want to wait till next week to get it on the Switch. Probably getting to head home soon since my mom and my cousin's mom should be getting out of work soon. Right on, Zachary. Safe travels home. Mary has a great review of Days Gone. I don't think I've seen that. I should check that out. Oh, goodness. I've been playing Bloodstained on PlayStation. I know, I saw you playing, Fabian. Super jelly. You want to give everyone the 30 seconds of your initial impressions? I would hold you as an authority in the matter. Shaking the real MVP promoting Mayor Hairbaron. It is a sexy voice. I will say that. Chips, what's up, man? How you doing tonight? I'll just about missed you. I need to exit. Thanks for picking my video, Josh. Take it easy, everyone. Top spot. Thank you again for stopping by, and I will check out the rest of it. I assure you. It's great. Basically Symphony of the Night 2, and still has its own personality. Right on. I am glad to hear that you're not like, nope, it is a dumpster fire. Stay away from it, because that would be pretty depressing. Especially because I'm so excited for not just the game, but also that Best Buy exclusive Steelbook. Is it a Best Buy exclusive? I wonder if that Steelbook's available for Amazon as well, if you get it for the Switch. And Chips, you will be at Too Many Games as well. Not that I will. I was just talking about Abaddon was in here earlier, and I was talking about all the cool people that are going to be there. And next year, man, I hope I can go hang out. Hamza Dante Kine says, in the stomach? I'm not following you, but if you're new here, welcome. Takes the best things about the entire Castlevania series and fuses it all together. And, I mean, that's the thing, like, that's a dude who's very passionate about his work. Like, I would not expect that it would have been a dumpster fire. I think if you had asked me, like, how I thought that game was going to skew in the reviews, I would have said that, yeah, at worst, it was going to do, like, 7s, maybe, because of technical issues. I mean, it was a Kickstarter project. And granted, they raised, what, $6 million, I think, to get that game made. But I think there is still that sort of stigma associated with, like, self-funded projects that don't come, or crowd-funded projects, I should say, that don't come from, like, a major AAA publisher, where those games are a little bit more prone to technical glitches, which I think it makes sense, because depending on the scope of a game, and certainly, you know, this is a fairly complex endeavor compared to a lot of other indie games you'd see come out of the Kickstarter scene. You know, it's not like these developers have, like, a massive spread of a QA team, necessarily, to make sure that a game is ready for prime time, right? Like, you look at a game like, what, Super Meat Boy, made by, like, 2 guys. Oh, that was phenomenal. Every time Fabian finishes a video, he plays Final Fantasy VIII. What? I bet you can't wait, Chips. Also, Rax was talking about it, Chips, but if you see that Curse of the Moon Collector's Edition, and they have an extra one, I would like you to think about me, because I've been looking for that. My only other recourse was to try to find it at Southeast Game Exchange, because I know Limited Run's going to be there as well. Actually, I was kind of bummed about that at E3. Like, Limited Run was there, but they just had, like, a meeting space, apparently, and they didn't have, like, a retail shop set up where you could buy stuff, so that was one of the things I was most excited to check out, and it did not happen for me at E3. Sorry I never played Symphony of the Night. I'm ashamed. I played Symphony of the Night. I did not finish Symphony of the Night. And I bought the PlayStation version last year, and I got it for like $40, which at the time I think was a steal. I don't know what it goes for now, but Morrow, I'm going to end you. My only desire right now is to beat Morrow, because she didn't support my Final Fantasy VII endeavors that we needed to do. Morrow's moving though, man. She has a commanding lead. Ugh! Terrible. Weird, but I thought it would be easier and cool if you, Fabian, and I could have a group chat on Twitter or set up something with Google Hangouts. What, for to play something? Oh god, I'm with him. Haha, joking. Wait, what? I'm playing horribly. You win this round, Mara. I'm glad you're still here, Adrian. Good game. I don't like that Mara cheats, but whatever. I'm so used to this behavior. Got blowed up in the last second. That's always how it happens. You can play Symphony of the Night right now, good sir. I like that it's emphatic, but still very respectful. That is a malcontent face, Morrow. Zach, me, Josh, Fabian, Mayor Haber, and Adrian are putting together a little project that might be up your alley. This is true. Josh, did you spend more money in LA than you thought you would? I think I spent about what I thought I would. I figured I would walk away with a couple of t-shirts, but as far as games, I was more prepared to spend money at Limited Run than anything. But, you know, other than that, I spent about what I expected to. You know, we didn't spend a crazy amount on food. Like, we went out for a couple of nice dinners, a couple of nights. You know, the rest of the time, you know, we had good stuff too, but, you know, I didn't go crazy. I could have gone crazy, but, you know, I knew that also there were a rash of games that were coming out in June and July. Like, and I feel like normally that's a drought period for gaming, right? Usually summer is when things slow down. There's not as much to get. But not this summer, man. It just feels like we're just getting hit with something, especially on the Nintendo Switch, just week in, week out. So there was a little bit more incentive for me to not go crazy there as well, because, again, I love collecting physical Switch games. The salt that Josh feels losing tomorrow, it's not that bad. I'd rather lose tomorrow than Jaken. YourPlayerTwo, I got cleaned out. Well, you bought some Assassin's Creed stuff too, right? Like on the last day when they were discounting everything? Which I feel like that's just a pretty easy pro tip to provide people for going to conventions is, you know, buy stuff on the last day, because that's when it gets heavily discounted in a lot of cases. Everyone wants to get those last sales. Ugh, I gotta quit trying to cut this corner so hard. Ohio is getting a lot of rain, Sam. Like, it was storming like crazy earlier, and then it just disappeared. I assume we're gonna get more tonight and tomorrow. I wouldn't want to lose to Jaken. It's not fun, Torrance. Although to be fair, Jaken is... Oh, come on. Although to be fair, Jaken does at least try to offer helpful tips. Right, the spear. Chip says if it's still... Oh, you're talking about the Bloodstained Collector's Edition? Oh, or you're just talking about, like, if you buy something on the last day... If that item's still there, you can get it. Yes, I agree. Because I actually missed out on, what was it, the Game Boy Color version of Metal Gear at Southeast Game Exchange last year because I tried that tactic. I should have known someone was going to snatch that up, though. I thought I could get it cheaper than, I think it was listed for $110 or something. Oh, he's mad. I earned that. Maybe you ever play Final Fantasy XI? I'm narrowing Breath of the Wild. I'm borrowing Breath of the Wild from my buddy. Ooh, is this your first? This is your first time playing it, Adrian? Did you already start? I can't remember if we talked about. I feel like we talked about this. Mario, I have to confess, I don't have this game. Cynthia. It's a staple. Every time, that curve. No, Mara! No! God, she just barely beat me. I wanted to use those mushrooms so bad. Good game. Legit never played a Zelda game. Be careful which one you start with. Some are better than others, but that's true of probably any series. Torrance says, Josh, I may want to speak with you in the future. I am planning on making my own YouTube channel. Dude, that's fantastic. Yeah, dude. Hit me up. Just DM me on Twitter or something. Oh god, it's NX Revolution. What's wrong with NX Revolution? Random. Jim James, I respect you so hard right now. I'm going to win. I am joining. We'll see, NX. Pro Jaken puts up a good fight. Oh, please tell me everything you think about that experience, or make a video about it. Even better, Adrian. I'm always excited when people start Breath of the Wild for the first time. My buddy Kyle started playing it. He hated it. Like, I told him, I was like, dude, you just gotta stick with it. Like, it opens up tremendously after the first hour or two. And I think even after that, he was like, I don't like Zelda. But that was, like, the only person I've talked to who did not like it. I don't know if I took your red shell or not. Maybe. Everything. Josh, come in, Josh. What, Samuel? I'm here. I will for sure. Yes, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Mario racing games aren't my thing, but I did grow up playing CTR, so I want that game if anything. Well, this isn't even a racing game. Oh, you know what? That's something that I really do want to check out that I didn't expect would be as interesting as it was the whole Lego thing for Forza. We should play that on stream together sometime, Jakin. Oh, I didn't read it in the right voice. Like, Snake! I got you, Sam. Surprised Jakin isn't here. It's the only game he's good at. Wow, that's not true. He's beast mode at the fighters. I may be doing another tracing of one of the pictures I printed out, and it may finally conclude my fanfiction story that's almost 50,000 views. That's awesome, man. You should conclude it. People want an ending, Zachary. Especially if it's got 50,000 views. Clearly, you've got the fan base for it. Mario Kart Double Dash is my favorite in the series. GameCube just had all the great... Double Dash was fun. What? Getting there. No! I do love that I have the HDMI modded GameCube. That's one of my favorite systems. Nothing but class. And Studio Nintendo, what's up, man? I don't know if I can call it the best console ever, period, because I think that honor is probably going to go to the Switch by the time its run is over. But it's up there. And do you really want to tell me that you think the GameCube is better than the Super Nintendo? Can you get behind that? Alright, Josh, people of the chat, Magas runtime, good to catch a stream, mate. Talk soon. Yes, lots of love. Enjoy your Magas. God, I love the way you say that. Just because of the mini games. Oh, right. Links to 2 recent traces are on my Twitter. I am Zap1999 if anyone wants to check them out. What was it fanfiction for again, Zach? Not a story there. It's mostly text. You're going to be a pro in CTR. So, is Sushi is getting CTR then? Is this true, Cynthia? No, I'm not saying the GameCube's not very good. It is. I would even say the GameCube is great. I love that system. But if you told me Desert Island for the rest of your life, you can have a GameCube or you can have the Super, I would struggle. Better Mayor have a good one. The GameCube had Smash Melee. That's true. Sushi, are you getting CTR? And if so, what system are you getting it for? Important. Morrow's so fast. I must take down Morrow. SNES did have Super Metroid. Pokemon fanfiction involving Ash and Misty is all I have to say for now. But oh man, oh that sounds heavy. That may not be a good read for me, bro. But I wish you the best of success in your fan fiction writing. I truly do. I feel like Super Mario Sunshine was really underrated. I like that game a lot. Snow says, I just can't wait to check out more of your stuff. Oh, dude. Yeah, Taylor's solid. The whole Lost Bits thing is such a brilliant idea. Ooh, and don't we have Super Mario Maker 2 in a couple weeks, too, now that I think about it? That laugh is great. Green Mario's Mansion is also on the GameCube? Oh, I was like, wait, what are you talking about, Green Mario? Getting tired. Like, this summer is just chock full of good games. Hey, Fabi, well, I don't know, Fabian, if you're still in the chat, are you gonna get Wolfenstein Youngblood? I'm trying to justify this, I need your help. Because I really did like the style, and I think, like, I don't know, even seeing some of the trailers for it, like, it looks like a really funny game, and I like when games can do humor well. Day one? Are you doing PS4 or Switch? Not that bad, mainly an adventure, romance, my every kind of genre, and it's completely PG-13. Okay, sorry, it's just when you hear fan fiction, it's easy to jump to conclusions. That's my fault, I should check my own biases. Zachary. Whoever threw that red shell stopped me from beating this madman in first, thanks. I don't think that was me. Or was, I don't remember. Did I beat you that time and not even notice it? I don't even pay attention to what place I come in half the time. I'm just happy to be in good company. They need a Final Fantasy Chocobo racing game for the PS4 and Switch. That would be neat. I feel like they could do something with that. Wait, was there a Chocobo mystery dungeon or something? And you got beat by Jaken? Ooh, that's gotta sting. Xbox One X? I feel like all of my friends on YouTube are so fractured. I just wish everyone could agree on one platform that we could all love. It's probably gonna have to be Google Stadia, right? You guys all want to move to Stadia with me? Huh? It's gonna be good. No more physical games. I say that, but the thing is, truly, I do like the idea of some of what Stadia has to offer, but I know that's never gonna happen. Anytime I think about the idea of jumping to Stadia solely, all I can think of is, like, Saruman and Lord of the Rings, like, we must join with Sauron, where clearly Stadia would be Sauron in this analogy. No, Josh, no. Everyone's gonna be like, no. Well, then we should all just make the leap to Steam, right, guys? Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like, even with your digital games now, you don't own your digital games, you just own a licensing agreement, but that's the thing, I mean, even digital games, at least that I know that they'll play locally off of whatever machine I'm hosting it on and stuff, having to stream over the web, which could be questionable. But I'm willing to give Stadia the benefit of the doubt and give it a fair shake. I'm very interested in the... I still think you're going to see like this whole new crop of video game creators on YouTube crop up because of it, though. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe that's too optimistic, but I feel like the fact that it can sort of democratize streaming in a way where it's like, okay, well, you don't have to have a powerful PC, or you don't have to have, you know, streaming hardware anymore, you can just do it directly through the app. I think that's very cool. I mean, I wonder what kind of creators out there are, you know, either don't have the means or the equipment necessary to put on a stream and they're, you know, excited for Stadia. I'm sure those people have to be out there. Don't go to the dark side? Wait, what do you mean? To Stadia? So, question about E3: do the tickets get you into the press conference, or do you have to buy tickets for this as well? Like, I don't think the Gaming Pass gets you into any of those press conferences. I think you have to be media for that, and for media for YouTube, I think you have to have a minimum of 100,000 subscribers. So these are the questions I'll be posing to Fabian when he gets there, because he is probably gonna hit 100K in the next year or two, or if not sooner, would be my guess. But yeah, I think that's, you know, when you get the gamer pass, it's like you can get the early bird for, I think it was 100, and then if you miss the early bird, it's 150, and that basically gets you into the floor itself, but not like this big, like, not like the Keanu Reeves announcement or anything. Oh, can you not even get into press conferences if you have a media pass, Fabian? Oh, okay, I gotcha. Thanks for clarifying that. At least with digital, if the service goes away, you completely are still in your... Right, exactly. They're still playable. Like, you know, a server's not going to go dark. You're not going to have internet troubles that's going to prevent you from playing the game if you just feel like playing it. Max Placer says PC is Master Race. You have Mac in your... First off, I am a Mac fan, but I know that PC Master Race, man. They'll always have the best looking, most flexible stuff. Just at the cost of convenience and having to run Windows to get to it. Well, maybe you don't have to run Windows. I mean, I guess you could game on a Mac, or I guess you could game on Linux, but those have not been the best experiences, and as far as I can tell. At least speaking personally. I love Apple, but Mac is trash. It depends on what you use a Mac for. If you're trying to be productive, especially in a creative field, Macs are amazing. If you like a very consistent experience across all of your devices, Apple products are fantastic. If you want a great game, Russ Lyman's in here. Is he in the chat? Did he just drop in here and I missed him? I noticed him in Mario Kart, but not in the chat. If you like to game, Windows is where it's at. Or if you work in enterprise, Windows is where it's at. Well, I would never want to edit video again on a Windows machine if I can help it. See you, Samuel. Xbox original Master Race. Xbox is just a PC. Speaking of which, I guess that new Duke controller's out, and I know I don't need it, but I kind of want it. $249 for the Gamer Pass, and you're good to go. That was $250? Wait, what was the early bird price then? Was it early bird was 200 and then... Oh yeah, and if you need a hot dog, Taylor, don't buy it inside the convention center. Just wait for the Mexican ladies to materialize outside, and they have a much better experience for you. I thought Fabian was inebriated or possibly misremembering things, but no, he was 100% accurate, and they did materialize, and that hot dog was amazing. I can't wait to talk about it. Oh, it was 150. Yeah, I couldn't remember how much it was because it had been so long since I bought it. I was lucky enough to get the early bird, but you got to. Fabian's right. You got to be on it. But yeah, if you go next year, Taylor, let me know. We'll have to hang out. Mario continues to mock me in Mario Kart. Ah, she took my item box! Mario, you're the worst. Oh, what's this? An upset to second? Did Mario still beat me? I don't even want to know how much money I'm saving to come next year. Yeah, that's got to be an expensive trip. Redeem myself after the last race. Nice, NX. Still wanting to plan a road trip to Warp Zone soon. Oh yeah, dude, you would like it for sure. If you're ever in the Columbus area, man, let me know. We'll definitely hang up. Torn said no. I'm looking back through the chat. Did anybody see Rust pop in here, or is he just playing a race right now? I think he's just racing. I'll probably do 1 or 2 more, and then I'm going to kill it for the night. We've been at it for a couple of hours almost at this point. Josh sneaked by me. I pulled a sneaky on you. That's what I did. I regret nothing. How dare you call me a thief, Mario? You are a thief. You are a thief of joy. That's not true, Mario. You bring lots of joy to every stream. You're like some sort of bizarre digital Santa Claus. Just got home. My dad drove me home. Nice, man. I am glad you made it home safely. Mario, I said I was kidding, okay? We're still Saki bros. So we got Lyman, Morrow, NX. Josh just called Morrow Digital Santa Claus, yes. I need to go back to Sekiro, give me straight. I'm putting it off too. Like, I want to go back to it, and I want to continue our race, Mar, to see which one of us will beat that, although I'm sure you're going to win that. Just like you're winning this race. How convenient. But, yeah. I mean, there are other games that I want to enjoy and not hate myself for playing. So right now, that's kind of Final Fantasy VII, and then a little bit of Assassin's Creed 3. I did start it the other day. What's weird is, like, I cannot get Wolfenstein Youngblood out of my head. You know, don't get me wrong, Final Fantasy VII was far and away the best experience, and Luigi was a close second. But even though, like, you know, I kind of, like, you know, ragged on that game for looking sort of blurry on the Switch, like, I want to play more, but it keeps popping back in there. Right off, guys, I'm heading off better nap before work starts. Have a good night, day, or evening. Absolutely. Always a pleasure, Trinks. Have a good night, man. What? Are we catching a raid from the Kazoo crew? Yellow Kazoo, you big sweetie. Thank you so much. Welcome aboard, Raiders. I appreciate you guys stopping by. We do multiplayer live streams on this channel every Wednesday night, usually at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then my channel is all about helping other gamers who have channels with things like practical tips, strategy, gear, and then, you know, obviously a few video games here and there in between. So if that sounds like something that's appealing to you, I would appreciate you considering subscribing. And don't worry, if you hate my content or my face or anything like that, you can always take solace in the fact that an unsubscribe is only a click away. Thank you so much, Cotton Pop. I can only assume you didn't hate my face. You are a scholar and a gentleman, unless you're a lady or something else, in which case, if I said that incorrectly, I do apologize. I think my favorite was Battletoads in Borderlands 3. Battletoads was so good, and I feel so bad having judged it so harshly. I am so glad I got to play that at E3. It was weird, because I was like, man, it looks like a cartoon, but then I played it, I was like, man, it does look like a cartoon, but like a really good cartoon, and I should have just shut up and waited until I played it. What's Kazoo Crew? Is that Banjo-Kazooie? No, that is the Yellow Kazoo. She is a delightful streamer. I don't know if she's in here as well, or if she just sent her viewers over here. But no, she is really great. She has been on Avedon's show on the Chillcast before. She pops in every now and then. She does a lot of Nintendo content. She does a lot of Splatoon 2, but ultimately just a real sweetheart. I love Kazoo. Battletoads was awesome, and it played as well as it looked. I mean, I still suffered from some of the common problems of that medium, like having trouble judging the distance in the lane, you know, relative to the enemy you're supposed to be punching, but still. And Nyx doesn't screw around, and Mario's bringing her A-game tonight. Cotton Pop says, your face is fine. Thank you so much, Cotton Pop. I appreciate that. That is the best compliment I will get all day. Like, you have the okayest face. Which I think was... actually, Checkpoint said that, what was it, Men in Black was the okayest movie he'd seen, and it's totally true. Awesome Possum is a new friend. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel, Awesome Possum. You are, as your name would suggest, in fact, awesome. Thank you. And another one, Wes Withers. Thank you so much, Wes. I assume you didn't subscribe only because of my face. Maybe you checked out some of the other content on the channel, or maybe you're just like, you know what, this guy looks like I could beat him pretty easily at Mario Kart, so if you're just painting me as a target and you want to, know when I'm streaming so you can accomplish that, I'm okay with that too. Friend code's below, by the way. If any of you do want to drop in for like a multiplayer stream some Wednesday night, assuming you're not busy with Kazoo's channel, you are absolutely welcome to do so. Late Kazoo crew member coming through, Ice Warrior, thank you so much for stopping by. Make sure you check out some of the other content on the channel, and if it's something you think you would enjoy, please consider subscribing. If not, that's cool too, we can still be friends. I'll just silently judge you from across the room at the next cocktail party like, that's the Kazoo crew member who didn't subscribe to me. No, I'm kidding. I'm not nearly that petty, unless Jake and Bacon is around, who is, he's been in Kazoo's channel. Everyone knows Pro Jake. But yes, thank you guys all so much for stopping by. I appreciate it. I like the me with the orange afro. It's not a bad look, and speaking as a ginger, I can respect it. What? So for all the Kazoo crew members that just came in, what have you guys been playing this week? Anything exciting? Was there anything particularly rad that you liked seeing come out of E3? I actually, some of the other people that are in this chat, Tesla Chat was here earlier, but Gamer Thumb TV and Not Another Game Collector, who's I think is still in here, we went to LA and went to E3. So I will have some videos coming out about E3 because that was a really good time. But just curious to get an understanding of your tastes. I'm assuming some of you are likely Nintendo Switch fans. What says all of the above? Excellent. YourPlayerTwo is also an easy target when he streams Splatoon 2. This is Cynthia, for those of you who aren't familiar, Sushi Fairy. She is typically an absolute delight, but she's been very abrasive with me lately. And I think it's because of this sort of latent envy she has about my Steelbook collection versus hers. Or it might also be because I'm chronically inept when it comes to anime, which I believe is her chosen field. She can speak to that more intelligently, but she's not normally this riled up. She's just been drinking. Kazoo, hey! Can we just talk about Breath of the Wild 2? Kazoo, tell me everything you want to say about Breath of the Wild 2. I'm 200% on board with this idea. I know you have knowledge that I don't. And I was at E3, so it's incredibly irresponsible. Also, thank you so much for the raid. You delightful sweetheart. We did some ARMS. Don't get me started on ARMS. I can't stand ARMS. Ice Warrior, I'll play literally any other Nintendo Switch game with you. Up to and including Troll and I, assuming it had a multiplayer component, but just don't make me play ARMS. Actually, it's not that bad. We have a friend, Chad. It's like his favorite game, and it's not my favorite game, but we give him a hard time. By we, I think maybe it's just me. Oh god, am I a horrible person? Fabian, did you give him a hard time about ARMS too? Redeem me. Frick you? Oh, that hurts. Wait, because I said sweetheart, or because I said I didn't like ARMS that much? Sorry. Or is it because I said I wasn't an anime expert? There are so many reasons you could be upset with me right now, Kazoo. Josh is trying to expose me, the audacity. I would never expose you, Cynthia. Your secret's safe with me. Plus it has to be, because we hang out in so many of the same streams that, I don't want to become like a pariah or something. That would be terrifying. Kazoo! What the heck? It's okay for us to not like the same games. You were all excited about Breath of the Wild 2. I'm super pumped for Breath of the Wild 2. I'm not praising ARMS. I was saying I was not a fan of ARMS. Kazoo, however, apparently is a diehard fan of ARMS. And now I've just made a bunch of enemies. I was all excited because I was like, yay, new friends from the Kazoo crew. And then I just enraged all of them instantly by being like, you know what? ARMS just really isn't for me. They turn coat real fast. Or at least Kazoo did. Cue the way you learn me. Oh, come on. I would never... Clearly, I just was talking earlier that I have 100 Switch games. I'm not... Obviously, I don't hate Nintendo. If you told me to snap my fingers and only one platform could remain, it would be Nintendo. That's the only way I'm going to get Mario. And ARMS, which is my favorite game. Did I mention that, you guys? Favorite game ever. It's so good. I'm judging you at the next party. Torrance, come on. We go... You and I, we've been friends for months. I think that's harsh. Arms is the I'll make you a deal, Kazoo. The same way I agreed to give Animal Crossing another shot, provided Cynthia and Morrow in the chat here were willing to help me out and coach me in it. And that, I will give Arms another shot if you want to play with me and show me the ropes, as it were. Would that be fair? Could I get whatever the opposite is of frick you, if that's an acceptable and agreeable compromise, Kazoo? Because frick Kazoo. Don't say that about the whole raiding crew. These kind people, like 5 of them just subscribed. I don't want them to unsubscribe instantly because I have a rogue mod who started turning fricks against them. Yes? Agreeable compromise? Is that what you're saying yes to, Kazoo? If I pick up Arms, you will teach me and we will become best friends again because you'll show me how to love it. Ugh. If that's what you're saying, I will do this thing you ask. And only partially because I know it gets me another Switch game in my collection. I should unmod Jaken? I can't unmod Jaken. He's like a brother to me. As much as I don't always agree with his humor or his methods, he gets results, Kazoo. Plus, underneath that really, really rough exterior, he's just a big teddy bear on the inside. That's weird. I don't know what happened to my flight ability just there. That looked very odd. They have no one to blame but you, Kazoo. That is what I'm saying. You asked for this? No. Wait, I didn't ask for any of this. Chips says, I just died in Breath of the Wild and looked up and saw people arguing, what did I just miss? You didn't miss anything. Kazoo was just mad because I said that Arms wasn't my favorite game, and then she started cursing at me in adorable language. Josh, no. Hosh, no. Hey, yes, Hosh, that is the name. Okay. I don't know what you're telling me no about. Are you telling me no, don't get Arms now? It's true, I'm made out of sugar. Yes, you are, Jaken. And the others in her Discord server, I may hop in the voice chat room tonight and sing some Japanese and English songs. That's actually kind of impressive in its own right. I can't sing good in English. I couldn't imagine doing it in Japanese. Oh, my nose itches. Thanks for the heads up, Zach. Just kidding, you have a beautiful voice. Get Arms, we will be best friends. Okay. You are the second person lately to start calling me Joshy. The first one was Beck, and I hadn't heard anybody call me Joshy in a number of years. I don't mind it. I was just surprised to see 2 of them happen so quickly. I want to be serenaded? By Zachary? Kazoo, I will be sure to tag you on Twitter whenever I secure the Arms that you speak of. But nobody can tell Tesla Chad. Crazy. But nobody can tell Chad. If Chad finds out, he's gonna give me a really hard time. Like a brother, does that mean the wedding is off? Wait, what? Wait, I didn't understand what Mario was saying. I'm a little slow on the uptake. Partially because I'm a senior citizen, but secondarily, it is getting way past my bedtime, and I just can't sleep without, you know, watching that Golden Girls marathon and having some prune juice. Listen to Japanese songs all day long and memorize most of the lyrics for over 300 songs. Yeah, I don't think I can do that with 300 regular songs. So you're going to... Whenever I want to show affection or something, I just add a, oh, that's sweet. Well, I appreciate it immensely. You can call me Joshy as much as you would like, and I'll call you... Kazooie? Wait, that's gotta be copyrighted. Also, I'm not really that good of a singer to begin with. You and me both, brother. Getting first is, but I'll take what I can get. NX, you're crazy. You're so victory obsessed. What did Jaken do to hurt you? I said Kazooie. Actually, now that I think about it, Kazoo, do I know your real name? And I've forgot. Now, I would like to be clear. If I should know it, and this is like a damnable offense, I do apologize. It's only because my memory is not great. It's not a slight against you. Okay. I just want to make sure that you didn't tell me at some point, and then I just, you know, have been calling you Kazoo the whole time when you know my actual name is Joshua. Her real name is Kazoo, don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I'm perfectly content to call her Kazooie forever. She looks like a Jennifer? I don't want to play this game. So, Kazoo, what was your favorite thing about E3? I'm assuming Breath of the Wild 2. Fair statement? Where's Maro? Oh, how did I not get that guy? Whoop. Oh, my sweet sticky buns, Breath of the Wild 2. Oh, that's fantastic. Well done, NX. Maro, you have to dethrone NX. He's becoming the new Jaken. It's like Highlander. There can be only one. I can't handle two domineering forces of arrogance in the same Mario Kart stream. It's too much. Come on, Santa. Yeah, I'm very curious about Breath of the Wild 2. Like, I assumed they would make a sequel. I didn't know if it was going to be just like another expansion, which I think they'd already said at one point that the two DLC that they did for the original Breath of the Wild would be it. But I have to imagine if you put that much time into an engine, especially one that was so, you know, heavily invested in like the physics-based puzzles and all the cool things they did with that engine for the original Breath of the Wild, that they would at least try to squeeze one more game out of it. I wouldn't mind them doing 2 more games out of it as long as they can keep the story and the mechanics and, you know, the environments interesting. Josh, you can dethrone. I believe in you. No, Maro, I don't want you to believe in me. I just want you to do it for me, and then for me to passively take credit. Like, you know, I encouraged her to do that. I gave her that final push she needed before she became a superstar and dethroned Jaken and NX. How's everyone doing? I'm doing well, Adrian. It has been so good to just chill with a bunch of cool people and just, you know, it's good to be, like, I loved LA. It was a blast. The food was great. The company was fantastic. All the games, everything we got to do running around the convention was super, super fun. But it is good to be home. I'm fine with another. Yeah, absolutely, Kazoo. Like, I love, like, that's the kind of game that I'll fire up occasionally just to chill. Like, I'll just wander around and just appreciate the environment. It does feel sort of, I don't want to say lifeless, like, that's not right. But it does feel slightly empty sometimes now that I've done so much and I'm already, like, 50 or 75% through master mode now on the second playthrough. But nonetheless, it's just such a gorgeous game from an artistic standpoint that I can't get enough of it. A bunch of cool people and Kazoo. Don't, Jaken, you jerk. I'm so jealous. Kazoo, just go to E3 next year, then you won't have to be jealous. You can come hang out with everybody and it'll be a blast. You hang out with Mikkel as well, who apparently knows every video game voice actor in history, because him and Fabian were hanging out with the voice actor for Leon from Resident Evil 2, which is kind of awesome. I'm definitely getting Link's Awakening. That's a day one. Next year I got a new breakfast place for us to try, the one I ate out with Leon, the voice actor. Here's the thing. Like, I appreciate that, Fabian. I do. But every breakfast you take me to a new place is a breakfast where I can't have the world's best chicken sandwich at Birdie's. So as much as I appreciate the kindness, I may have to say no just so I can keep getting chicken. I trust you won't hate me for that. You tasted that chicken. You know. Oh, chicken's rude to everybody. That's how you know that he loves you, Kazoo. I'm glad you guys met Mikkel. We've been friends since last year. I think that I came to know him through Avedon last year, I think on one of the Chillcasts, I want to say. Maybe it was this year, I can't remember. But, yeah, I mean, he seemed like a good dude, and then it's just, that's one of the cool things about conventions like this, is just, meeting people who you only knew virtually in person and seeing what, wonderful people they are. Good game. Just means you're my friend. Yes, YourPlayerTwo. Did everything feel boring to you when you came back home? That's what I'm going through. I mean, maybe a little bit. But ultimately, I mean, like, for me, I was just happy to start. Like, so the second I got back, pretty much, I came home, and I went into a stream with our friend Daniel, with Maro here in the chat, and a few other people. And I stayed up till about 3 in the morning because I was already jet lagged and just started importing footage. So I was super happy to be back in front of a Mac and to start working. But in terms of, like, did everything else seem to have a little bit less luster to it? Yes. Going to Taco Bell wasn't the same as having the world's best chicken sandwich. And, it was kind of a drag not getting to hang out with you guys in person anymore, man. I mean, like, that was really fun. That's one of the reasons I'll definitely be going to E3 every year. And I'm still 200% down. If I can swing it for hanging out with you in October, because I would like to see some scary places in your neck of the woods. I'm going to try to go to E3 next year. Cannot miss playable Breath of the Wild 2. NX, that invite was for Kazoo, not you. Are we still friends? No, I'm kidding. That would be wonderful, NX. Oh, God. I would love that. This is my last race. I'm already like 10 minutes past 11. I have a winning record against you. NX, you're just so catty. You're so catty I could mistake you. Nope. I'm going to stop right there. Nice things of Persona 4 and 5 songs tonight. The Persona soundtracks are completely amazing. Kazoo, where do you stand on Persona? Yeah, next it's because I used to suck, but then I reached enlightenment. If by enlightenment you mean changing your name to Pro Jake, and I don't know if that counts. Ooh. Nope. That was too ambitious of a turn. Not for me. Oh, you don't like Persona? Oh, it counts. Jake, and you're so ridiculous. I can't wait to hang out with you either. It is an interesting story. I can't wait to finish Persona 5. I haven't finished it yet. But I love Persona 4. And I'm sure I would have loved the second half of Persona 3 if my save file had not gotten blown away. Like, I feel like I can't play Persona Q until I play Persona 3, which kind of sucks. I played a little bit of Persona Q2 at E3, but it's like, I know I'm never going to play it unless I beat the first one. Plus, I have the collector's edition for that, and I haven't even opened it yet. Playing Yoshi's Crafted World right now, literally one of the easiest. Oh, dude, it's super easy. Even as a guy who plays in baby mode, like, I turn my nose up at it slightly, like, man, this is a cakewalk. Now, granted, and that's the thing, like, I know there are more collectibles, but I don't know if that really comes down to challenge so much as it does tedium, because a lot of people did not like the backtracking you would have to do in that game to get everything. I beat it with 208 hours playtime, but so I'm assuming you were going at a leisurely pace then, Zachary. Not on a rush. some of the themes in that game are a bit heavy. For Persona 4 or 5 or both? Persona 4 I could speak to. Persona 5 less so. Only because I'm only like 6 or 8 hours into it. Man, I know you love 7 Days to Die, man, but I don't have the patience for that game like you do. I can't do it. Zach does everything at a leisurely pace. Persona 5, did you beat it, Chips? Are you a Persona fan? I can't remember if we talked about this. Wait, did we talk about this once in a private chat? Or was that NX who was giving me advice? I can't remember now. No, I'm sorry. That was Kingdom Hearts that you guys were giving me background on. I'm still in the beginning, but I got the second Persona. I gotcha. Did you play 4 as well? Good game, everyone. So there was a lot of grinding during the dungeons. Fair enough. Alright. One more race to make your comeback, and then I'm ending it. Mayor says, currently playing Hollow Knight for the first time. Oh, it's so good. That's another game on my backlog I really want to get back to, because I made it through a good chunk of Hollow Knight, and now the sequel's about to come out, so I really want to make sure I finish it. NX, no more. You've enraged Digital Santa. Still to finish Persona 4 Golden and start on Persona 3 Portable. Yeah, like, I finished Persona 4, I've started on Persona 5, I want to go back and finish Persona 3, because that was the one where I lost my save. Kirk! Hi, my Penny's not... Yes, it has been a while. Because I think you commented first on the Osmo Pocket video I did, if I recall. Is that correct, Kirk? Yeah, I finished Persona 4, Mara. That was the game that I beat last June, and then I got Beck's help with it for the final line of questioning, which I'm not going to spoil anything in here for anybody who hasn't played Persona 4. It's amazing, and you absolutely should play it. But she helped me through to make sure that I got the good ending, because apparently there were a lot of branching dialogue trees. If you just barely got it wrong, you would miss out. And in fact, I think I did it wrong once, and I missed the entire extra dungeon that you get at the end of the game. I thought that was one of the cool things about Persona 4, is like, depending on your choices, it's not like, oh, you got the good ending, so you get like a slightly different cutscene. No, it's like, if you get the good ending, I think there's 2 whole dungeons that get unlocked that you have to work through, and a massive extra chunk of story. Yeah, love that review. That's how I found you. That's what I thought, man. How you been? It's been a minute, man. I'm glad you saw fit to swing in. Oh, I finally got my baby park? What an excellent one to go out on. It's the best Mario track. Oh no, Red Shell. Trying to find a good deal on a Vita. Yeah, dude, like, I still want to get one for Avedon, but I just haven't found a really great deal on, like, even on eBay, they've been higher than, because I think I got mine for 80, and I was like, that's a stellar deal, because now it's like you can't get them less than, like, 120, 130, I think. We meet again, Morrow. Baby Park is my jam! Get out of here! No! Third place. Not my best work. I do have someone that we can raid after the stream. Actually, that's a good... I totally forgot about that. NX? What are you doing? Baby Park is insanity, but it's good insanity. I'm glad you've been well, Kirk. Persona is a series most will enjoy. I am so on the fence with the series on whether or not to give them a go or not. I was on the fence about it, and I'm really glad I did, because Persona 4 was probably one of the most fulfilling video game experiences I'd ever had. I know that sounds like way over the top praise, but I'm telling you, like, the characters are really, really interesting, the environments are gorgeous, the gameplay can be as deep or as shallow as you want it. If you set it to an easier difficulty, you can breeze through a lot of the game and just enjoy the story at a leisurely pace. I think I played it on easy or medium, because I didn't care about getting into a really hardcore customization for the battle mechanics to make sure that, I was perfectly balanced or whatever. But it's definitely worth a look. Like, I mean, you could look up some more reviews on it or something. Or, I'll tell you what, if you're just like, you know what, I don't care about playing it, I just want the story, you can pick up, there are two different versions of the Persona 4 anime. I think there's a regular and then a golden. And I think I think the original one basically just retells most of the story from the game, just in anime form. And then golden kind of explores some of the more obscure parts of that year in Inaba whenever you play Persona 4. So you could do that. That's also an option. I love it. Pro Jacob says, good job, Josh. For what? For third? I know, right? I'm getting better. I do a lot better in Baby Park. Chaos is where I thrive. Alright, this is the last one. For real this time. Probably. Oh no. Golem has Maria in the DLC from the original Persona 4. Right. One more, Josh, I'm going to join. No, Jakin. You host your own Mario Kart stream. You're supposed to be streaming anyway, so you can play it on your channel, and we'll come raid you. How would that be? How's that for a slice of fried gold? If you want to keep this Mario Karty party going, then get your stream moving. Ouch. Yep, I was in third, and now I'm in a brisk 12th place. Have you done a video on your streaming setup? I'm trying to remember now. Maybe? Actually, kind of, yes. So if you check out the video that I did on the Elgato Cam Link, sort of. That talks a little bit about my current setup, which is a Sony FDR-AX53 camcorder, horrible name, hooked up to an Elgato Cam Link, and I stream from a Windows PC running OBS, and then I have an Elgato Stream Deck. But some of that gets explained in some of the more recent videos that I've done, Kirk. You want to check those out, it'll talk about them more at length. Specifically, the Cam Link would probably be the one you'd want to check out. Was that Morrow? Did I just knock out Morrow? Oh no, I got cocky. I could go right through the middle of the sand trap. That wasn't going to work at all. Nobody wants to watch me play Mario Kart because I say unforgivable things about my competitors. I think that's kind of the draw, though, is because they know I certainly won't say unforgivable things about my competitors, but they can get that from you. That's the unique value proposition that you provide. You say the things that the rest of us won't. In a delightful Don-Don voice, no less. Okay. That's it. I'm done with Mario Kart. Morrow. Top of the pack. What a shock. Okay. So, I'm going to go ahead and kill the stream right now. I don't know if there is anybody to raid. I think Zach mentioned somebody, but I'm more interested in if it's somebody I know, maybe, but if it's, you know, I'm usually more interested in raiding people that I have at least some familiarity with, because I do try to... Actually, you know what? If you want to send me the link to the person you want to propose, Zach, I'll check out the channel for a future raid. But Brian Trusty is streaming right now, and he is playing Team Sonic Racing. Or Sonic, I always get the name wrong. Anyways, the point is, he's a good dude. Him and his wife regularly stream and play together. He, I think, raided me the other night, which I thought was really kind, so it would be nice to repay that kindness. But if you guys want to see some more racing action, this would be a person who's worth raiding. They are also a couple of sweethearts. I really dig these people a lot, and I've only really started to get to know them a little bit more over the past few months. But if you guys want to go raid Brian Trusty, I just dropped a link to him. Just say, you know, YourPlayerTwo raid or something like that. If you're interested in it, if not, if you're tired as well, no harm, no foul, but I'm going to go hang out there for a little bit while my stream ends for the night. Josh, don't forget to download the Iceborne beta. I will download the Iceborne beta so that we can be coached by Beck and Daniel, respectively, but you can just DM it to me on Twitter, Zach. Josh says one more. No, I went to the home screen this time, so Anyways, yeah, thank you guys all so much for coming to hang out. I really appreciate it. I'm going to go hang out over in Brian Trusty's for a little bit. Which right now he's on standby. He's getting ready. That's perfect. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming to hang out. If you are new to the channel, make sure you swing by on Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern is usually when we do this. And then, again, new videos come out Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And for all of you who are just regulars and amazing friends that I already know, thank you so much for taking the time out of your night to support me. Really, really appreciate it. Have a wonderful evening, and I will see you guys next time, or on the next video in a couple of days. So, all right. Either way, have a great night. All right, bye.